those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. Right hand, and Shakur meets him with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown score with the left hand.
Right now, we're gonna give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do Boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Shout out to the family. How y'all feeling, man? We back. The Kid Boxing is Just Do. We got a special guest in the building. See my guy in the back. Appreciate you waiting patiently as we got through the intro. But, man, I want to welcome my guy, Kumar Prescod, to the panel, man, to the channel.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, what's going on, champ? How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good.
And that's what I like to hear. Good to have you on, man. You know, I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but definitely want to make sure that people get acquainted with you. And, you know, maybe at the end of this conversation, you get some more supporters, man. That's what we like to do,
Sure,
man.
sure.
And we're going to get to it, man. So, and you young in the game, 18.
Yeah. I went pro
18,
last year at 17.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. But before we get there, man, tell me, how old was you? When did you get into boxing? How old was you?
I got into boxing. My pops got me into boxing around 5 or 6 that I remember. But my dad, he said I've been doing it way before then. Before when I was barely able to walk, he had me, throwing punches, working on stuff. So
Right.
5 or 6 from what I can remember. But according to him, way before that.
All right, that's dope, man. So you would say Pops guided you, to the sport.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Right. So I try to do my little homework, man, and see what I could find out there about the fighters, man. And I was told that your dad built a gym in the backyard.
Yeah, he built a gym in our backyard. He just bought a house a few years ago, and we was training in the garage at first. But
Right.
then, so I was winning nationals just training straight up out of the garage. So then after a few years went by, he was like, we need a bigger space, but we always like to do our own thing. So we wanted our own space, and we had a big old empty backyard. So, he used to bring like, cause my dad do construction and landscaping. So he would bring like lumber home, just all type of stuff from job sites he was working on. And it just piled up for years. And after so long, he like, I got a whole bunch of stuff. And he was like, him and my neighbor actually does construction too. He builds houses. So they put their minds together and they like, maybe we could build a gym back here. So, they built the gym, poured a slab of concrete, put the walls up. We got a whole ring, bathroom, everything in the gym, everything you need.
Right, man, that's dope, man. I just wanted you to, let the people know, because anytime, somebody builds a gym and puts it in the backyard, that's a real, somebody that's dedicated, man. You taking it serious, man. Somebody that's grinding, man. So a lot of people don't know stuff like that, don't hear about those kind of stories, man. We just see y'all on fight night, but we don't have no idea like where the bricks start getting laid from the beginning, man. Where y'all laying the groundwork.
Going on
So
behind the scenes that people don't
speaking
know
of
about.
you as an amateur, man, I'm hearing you won how many national titles did you win? Is it 9?
9-time national champion.
Right. Tell me about your your amateur background a little bit, man. How was it like for you in the amateurs?
The amateurs was good. I was fighting at 203 plus, so I was fighting at super heavyweight in the amateurs. And I was always the smallest heavyweight. Like them dudes coming in 240,
Right.
260, and I'm coming in 210, 215. But my skills, my speed, my agility, that's what was causing the problems for the guys in the amateurs. So the amateurs, I had a good amateur career. My record was 63-8. I won 9 national titles. And after I won the Olympic trials at the youth division in 2023, I just, I came with my dad. We sat down and we said it was time to go pro.
You led me to my next question. I was going to ask you that. So after winning 9 national titles, ain't nothing to sneeze at, man. That's somebody that's standing on business, man. So what prompted y'all, like, to get to, was it a collective effort where y'all say, you know what, it's time. You ready to go pro? You feel like you had a pro style already?
Yeah, I've been having a pro style since I first started boxing. That's like my 8 losses that I had, that's really where that comes from. It was never like nobody, just being better than me, beating me up. It was more so, it was especially earlier in my career, that's where the 8 losses come in at, because I was fighting like 1 minute, like my 1 minute rounds when you were a kid. So like the fight going quick. But I got more of a pro style where I'm laid back, I want to collect data, then I want to, So the fight was going so quick to where that's when I got to start getting the 2 minutes, 3 minutes in fights. It was, my style was starting to show, and I was winning the fights. So I've been having a pro style since a kid. So me going pro wasn't really too hard of a decision to make.
That's what's up. And how was it transitioning? Because obviously, like you said, you're going from these much shorter rounds. Now you're professional, where you get 3 minutes per round to do your work. What was that like for you?
It wasn't even a hard of a transition, because I actually liked it better, because I had more time to set up, calculate data, break down an opponent. It was better. It was better for me, for my style, I should say.
Right. So I was hearing that you worked over there with in the Virgil Hunter gym as a kid.
I was in the Virgil Hunter gym for 6 years. I was the only kid in there. It's a private gym. I was the only amateur. I seen everybody come through there. Shakur, Troy, Amir Khan, everybody that you could think of. Berto, Andre.
Right. And I wanted to hit on that because you just said something there. The only kid in there. That's saying something about you, man. Why do you think that is, that you're the only kid in the gym?
Because everybody seen my skills from early age. Everybody seen
about it.
Everybody seen my skills from an early age. The potential I got, the IQ I got as a kid. So everybody seen that, and that was the reason why I was the only kid. And then it's a lot of kids out here that's good, but I was the only kid in there for a reason, because everybody's seeing what it is.
Right, talk about it, man. Love to hear it, because I hear stuff like that. That's not regular, and we ain't gonna treat it like it is. You being amongst some of the best absolute fighters in the world, and being one of one in the gym. Virgil Hunter. much respect in the sport of boxing. So I think that's dope, man, that you had a chance to work with it. Tell me, what was it like? You working with Virgil? Did you get a chance to work with him?
Yeah, I got a chance to work with him a couple times. He gave me a lot of tips throughout the years. It was good. It was good to be in the whole presence of them fighters, Virgil Hunter, just being able to sit back and watch them through camp, sparring, getting ready, their mentality. All that was good for me leading up to becoming a pro. So now all of that stuff, helps me with my career.
Right, man. That stuff is priceless, man. You're already off to a great start as well. So let's talk about it, man. You make your pro debut just last year, right?
Yep, last year, October 4th on the Zone, the Red
October
Owl in
4th.
Houston.
Right, man. Talk to me, man. What was the nerves like, man? What's going through your mind right before you walk to the ring when you're sitting back there in the locker room getting yourself together?
Man, the nerves was high. I'm not gonna lie, the nerves was high because coming out TV, first fight, it was a lot of nerves. 'Cause I knew it was a lot of people back home watching. There was a lot of people in the arena watching, so the nerves was high. But I was able to control myself, control the nerves, and I came out there and got the job done in the second round.
Right. Stoppage, man. The beautiful
sir.
work, man. I was taking a look at your page, man, seeing some of the work that you put in, man. And I was hearing it had to be somebody in your corner in one of the fights. Might be the fight we talking about where he was yelling. I think he put the guy down and he was like, patience. I kept hearing somebody yell, patience,
Yeah,
patience.
that's my dad, yeah.
That's one of the first things that jumped off, at me that I noticed watching you. You get what I'm saying? Relax.
That's what a lot of people see. Yeah, I'm relaxed. I don't rush nothing. There's no reason to rush it. A lot of people go in there looking for trying to rush the knockout to it's never gonna come that way. So I just like to take my time, and then when the opportunity presents itself, I take it.
Right. And so what was it like, man, to get that first win out the way, start your career off with a bang, with a knockout, making a statement?
It was good. It was actually good because finally got the first fight nerves out the way. Getting a knockout second round made it look good. Some people have pro debuts and it don't look too good. I'm not gonna say no names, but
Right.
Especially coming out fresh out the amateur, 17 years old. So it was good. It was good. I actually went viral for that fight too. On Overtime Boxing, I think it was close to like 1 million views. So that was a good fight.
Man, great work, man. Great work. Hey, I see somebody asking about the draw. Don't worry, man. We gonna get to it, Well, while we at it, because your record is you are undefeated. You 3-0-1. You got the draw. So you are still undefeated. You got all KOs, so you're putting hands on people. Yeah. So, man, for the people that don't know, that's not familiar, explain to them how you had the technical draw.
So my last fight, August 16th. I was fighting a 4-round fight up in Cali, up here in my hometown, Oakland. And the fight went 2 rounds. So first round, I'm whipping dude. Second round, whipping him, but towards the end of the second round, we headbutt each other. And I guess he got cut right over the eye or whatever. So to me, I didn't think the cut was that bad because we kept fighting. The referee didn't stop the fight, stop the action, and take him to the doctor. So then, as we coming out for the third round, because I was already breaking him down. That third or fourth round, I was getting ready to stop him. So as we coming out for the third round, the referee said time, and he sent me to the neutral corner, and he went to take him to the doctor. But his cut wasn't bleeding no more. Like his cut, man, they did a good job. Whatever they did between rounds, they stopped the bleeding. And they took him to the neutral corner to the doctor. Then all of a sudden, the doctor waved it off. So when the referee first came to me after the fight, before they announced the winner, he was like, he said it's either a TKO or a no contest because it didn't go to the fourth round. It wasn't an official fight. So, okay, I'm like, all right, either TKO or no contest. So then when they announced it, they said technical draw. So we tried to get that removed with the commission in the state of California, but something in their rule book, they said it's a technical draw somehow. I don't know why, but everybody out there know what's going on.
Right. And that's just some of the things y'all go through as fighters, man. Did that make you any hungrier, man, seeing that happened and, you had this draw? Because I know you wasn't, cool with the result. You on the tear, you knocking everybody out and you get to this guy and,
Yeah, nah, definitely. I actually wanted to rematch that dude. I wanted to run it right back. I wanted to run it right back for this fight because he got on Instagram talking crazy. So I'm like, come on, bro.
Right.
Like, and so what actually happened was when I left out, the doctor asked him if he wanted to continue fighting, and he
Mhm.
didn't respond to the doctor. That's why I think the fight got stopped, to be honest,
Oh
because
yeah.
he didn't respond to the doctor.
Oh yeah.
So he got on Instagram talking crazy. So I go to my team. I'm like, come on, let's run it back. Like, so we could, we could get the real results that was supposed to happen the first time.
Right.
So he was talking crazy. We tried to run it back. He, outpricing himself with the promoters, something he know he not gonna get.
Right.
Cause I didn't think he wanted to really run it back.
Right.
So they told me to just move forward. We just moving forward.
Mhm.
That's a small speed bump in the road, but we walked right over that.
Right, right. And context is very important. That's why I'm glad you elaborated on how you got the draw, because some people will see it. No, you got
Yeah.
a draw. It's not a
No.
big deal to me. Win, lose, or draw. I support fighters, but it
Yeah.
was
No.
cool that you was able to explain, like, look, it was clash of heads. You ain't go past
Yeah.
the fourth round, and
Yeah.
like you said, not seeing it, but just hearing you explain it. Pretty sure him not answering the referee. They know what time it is. The referee asks you something and you ignore them or don't answer, they know they're gonna pull you up out of
Yeah,
the fight.
exactly. He was
Right.
just more
So
so happy that he got out of the fight without losing, getting knocked out.
see, right. See, he tried to live the fight another day.
Exactly.
He wanted up out of there. Man. So moving forward, man. So you got a fight coming up this weekend, am I right?
Yep. December 6th on Saturday.
December 6th, man. Talk about it, man. And you got Isaac Johnson in there, man. Are you excited, man? You excited to get back in there? Because this is coming off the draw. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah. It's coming up to draw. That was my last fight.
I know somebody had going on the stick, man. Talk to us, man. What could we expect come fight night?
Explosiveness, man. It's gonna be explosive, man. It's gonna
Mhm.
look good. This might be one of the ones that go viral. I'm putting him down. I'm coming. I'm not doing it. I'm coming. I'm not coming to do no plan. Especially off the draw. So
Right.
I'm sorry, he got to be the one to catch it, but he catching it this Saturday.
Hey,
It is
yeah,
what it is.
man. He got to get what the other guy was about to
Hey.
get and did something, man, for sure.
Exactly.
For
So,
sure. How would you explain your style? How would you describe your style? What kind of style do you feel like you have for the people that never seen you fight?
I feel like I'm more of a boxer puncher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a boxer puncher, but I could do everything in the ring. I can fight inside, mid range, outside, whatever I got to do to get the win. That's what I'm capable to do anything.
Right. I see somebody asking where could we watch the fight at?
Believe the fight gonna be streamed live on BXNG what is it? BXNG TV? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, BXNG
Mhm.
TV.
If not, I'll make sure I put the information and make a post so everybody can know where they could go watch you fight, man. So and then notice, you made your pro debut last year, 2025. This would be what, your fourth fight, I believe, of the year. Is it the fourth?
Yep,
Fourth fight of the
fight.
year, man.
Yeah,
How
man.
how important is activity to you so early in your career? Because you just 18, just
Yeah,
got
man.
here.
I feel like I gotta stay active. I feel like I want to
Mhm.
even next year. I feel like I want to get 5 in next year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like staying active is the key right now, especially right now, my age. I got a lot of time in the game. So if I stay active now,
Mhm.
next 4 or 5 years, I might be top 10 world champion. That's
All
where
right.
I am gonna be.
Yeah,
Not my
speak it into existence. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So next by
Right.
21,
And
like
dope. Yeah, I
Abdullah.
was about to ask you that, but you said it. 5 fights, you staying active, man, and I love to see it. I
That's
just want to
right. I
say,
want to be in that position in the next few years.
talk about who's some of the people that you've been able to work with to help you prepare, so far throughout your career.
Uh, coming up in Virtual Gym, I was able to work with all those guys.
Talk about it.
I was
Mhm.
in there working with Mario Barrios, Amir Khan, Andre Berto. I got to watch all those guys. Even right before I went pro, I went to Houston and I was in training camp with Jared Anderson. I was out
Mhm.
there for a month, out there sparring with Jared. So all that high level pro work helped me
Mhm.
be who I am today.
See, and that's dope because not everybody goes after the world class work. Some
Yeah,
guys like to be the best guy in the gym, beating up on everybody. But
yeah.
you
Not
obviously you
gonna help
came
you
up
get
in a
nowhere.
real gym with real talent, real fighters around you. So what
That's
was the
right.
experience like, with you sparring with Jared? Because people think highly of him. A lot of people think he could definitely become one of the next best heavyweights.
No, yeah, I definitely feel like Jared could become one of the next best heavyweights
Mhm.
from the U.S.
Right.
It was a good experience just to be in there with him. You know, he got real skills. It was good work. He big though. He big. He like I think like 6'5". And you know, I was still fighting a heavyweight, so I was probably 215, 220. But yeah, it was
Mhm.
good work. It was a good experience to get in there with Jared.
Right. So, so they have you listed. You're not at heavyweight still, right? I said they had you listed at cruiser.
They had me listed at cruiser because my first fight was at a
Mhm.
catchweight of 182.
Mhm.
But for this Saturday, I'm actually moving down for super middleweight 168. But I'm doing the catchweight at 170.
Oh, really, man? Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever fought that low before?
Nope, not in the pros, but I feel
Mhm.
like 168 gonna be the weight class for me.
Oh, really? Super middleweight.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's dope, man. Talk about it, man. I know that's a little ways away, and what it seemed like you gradually, working your
Yeah.
way, working your way there to super middleweight, man. Look, it's that division, man. Crawford shook it up, man. I know it's early for you, but
Yeah.
hey, I think the opportunity is there. We're gonna need another star at 68, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
It's
the next one for sure. I'm gonna be the next one to
tell the
take over
people,
the division. I'm
talk to
definitely gonna
them,
be the next one to take over the division of super middleweight. In
talk
the
to
next
them.
few years, you know, everybody gonna know my name. The whole world gonna know my name. They gonna see my skills, see everything about me. You know, I
Right.
could potentially be the next Crawford, undisputed.
Talk it. I love it. I love it, man.
That's-
I love it. What would you what would you say? What would you say is one of the biggest lessons you was able to learn so far?
Uh, biggest lesson I would say is just in my whole career, just in from starting off boxing.
Right.
Uh, biggest lesson I would say is just to stay committed. Really, stay
Mm-hmm.
committed, stay focused. Don't
Mm-hmm.
let none of the outside noise in. Don't let no distractions in. That's my main thing to just stay focused. Because when
Mm-hmm.
I'm focused, I'm a dangerous fighter.
Mm-hmm. And what's something that you want, coming out, because you fighting this Saturday, that's a few days away. What's something that you want the people to know about Kamar?
Uh, I want the people to know that I'm one of the best fighters in the world, and in the next few years, everybody gonna see it. Everybody gonna see it.
Right. Like I said, I asked you earlier, man. I noticed you got 100% KOs. Is there any pressure to get a KO come Saturday, or what's the like? Is you going in there like, look, man, like you did just say it, but is it any pressure?
Nah, it ain't no pressure because I know what I could do. I
Mm-hmm.
know this dude don't got nothing for me, so I'm gonna just show y'all. That's all I can say. There's no pressure. It ain't no pressure.
I love it. Love to hear it, man. Keep pushing. Like I said, I didn't want to take too much of your time. Did want to get a little introduction. Make sure this is one of the platforms that is going to be supporting you, man. We going to rock with you, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
your host, KB. Just do whichever one, man. Look, let the people know where they could find you at on the socials.
Y'all can follow me at the Raw and then the number one with 2 underscores on Instagram, and then the Raw number one on Twitter.
Right, man. And lastly, what's any message that you want to leave for the fans?
Just watch out for me because in the next few years we're gonna take over the game.
Right, man. And look, I'm glad that you're on the radar. Shout out to my guy Najee. We
Yes, sir.
rocking with you over here, and we support the real. And you look, I'm gonna be tuned in. I'm definitely gonna be
Yes,
looking
sir.
forward to seeing you fight this Saturday. And man, just keep striving to be great, and we rocking with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming through.
All right, my man.
Much love. Shout out to the chat, fam. Y'all hit that like, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Kumar Prescod. I didn't want to take up too much of the young man's time, but somebody to be looking out for. Undefeated 3-0-1. He just explained how he got the draw. Got that 100% KO ratio. I did some little homework, got to looking through his IG. And one of the things I noticed immediately is the patience, man. Patience and poise to be he just 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? And he already, but this be his fourth fight of the year. So he doing well. He off to a fast start. And he definitely got my support. You know how we rock, man. Look forward to seeing him do his thing. And that's interesting. They had him listed at cruiser and he, slowly but surely working his way down to 168. That's dope, man. Gonna find a sweet spot for him. And I look forward to seeing what his career gonna look like up there, man. Shout out to Kumar Prescod, man. Much love, man. But what's good with the fan? Flawless mentality. JPZ in the building. Opulent, Cal Cooler. Shout out to Cigar Talk, my guy. Appreciate you. Thrill Hill, what's good with it, man? Cal Cooler. What it do, man? Shout out the Ghost Gang, man. Shout out the Ghost Gang. Let's talk fashion in the building, man. Gotta love Jazz in the building. You know it. Shout out to the Queen. My baby girl is in the building. Yeah, man, y'all hit them likes, man. I just wanted to make sure we talked at the beginning of the live. Anybody catch that on the playback, check him out. Go follow him. Go support him, man. We got to continue to support boxing. That's a young talent coming up in the game. And I just love to see people hit the ground running. 18 years old, man, and he already stepping on, you know? So I look forward to seeing him for the first time in action, you know what I mean, live. So, you know, or, you know, why it's actually going on, right? Without having to watch a replay, you know? But much love, much appreciation, man. Let's talk about it. We're going to be here for a bit. We're going to talk about some more things. We're going to get into some things, man. Got to get into a couple of things. I see people going crazy about Bud Crawford, man. Bud Crawford got stripped and people, you know, the town is talking, man. Let's talk about it, though, man. I don't really see this as the biggest of deals, man. I don't care. I don't really care because at the end of the day, man, Bud ass wasn't planning on fighting at 68. I don't think no more anyway, right? He pretty much made that clear. Great building, man. All right, Jay, Miss Hardcore, Junior. Appreciate y'all, man. But we're gonna talk about it, man. We gotta talk about it. So, you know, Bud Crawford got stripped. The WBC said, hey, man, he no pay his fare. You know, Bud didn't pay his fare. They said, nah, man, you ain't pay your fare, man. Sanctioning fees ain't cleared, man. Shout out to LWBoxing too, man, my guy. Terrence Bud Crawford has been removed. He's been relieved of his WBC 168-pound title for not paying sanctioning fees. Christian Mbilli versus Hamzah Sheeraz has been ordered to fight for the vacant title. So it's not all bad, bro. Bud Crawford could be setting the tone with something, man. Like, hey, man, win these belts and say, man, hey, I won them already. You can't take it from me. I'm undisputed. You could take it back, but you can't take it from me. You get what I'm saying? They could take the title back, but they can't take undisputed from him. So it don't matter. It don't matter. You get me? And I see the fans and some of the people are complaining about, you know, him. You know, I guess he didn't come out and say it. At least I can't find nowhere where he vocalized and said, yo, 100 million or I ain't fighting. But Bernie the Boxer, you know, had when I think it was Mill City he was talking to where he said, you know, Bud ain't getting back in the ring with Canelo, or did he say in general for less than 100 million, something like that. And, you know, people went off and went crazy, man. Low key looking out for Lester. You get me? You know what I'm saying? Sharing the wealth. See, he like, man, I ain't fighting up here no way. I like the move by Terrence Crawford not to pay the sanctioning fees. Okay, like, nah, y'all good. You know what I'm saying? That's my hard work, man. It's my blood, sweat, and tears, man. That was me beating up Canelo. Y'all was the ones probably thinking I wasn't going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Bud like, hell nah. Bud was like, I ain't paying no fare. I ain't paying it. I ain't paying it cheap. I ain't paying it. Let's go. Let's go, man. But Mauricio Suleiman, it's a couple of videos that's out there with these guys talking about it. And I don't know if they mad, like if they swole, like I don't know what's up, but I don't care, but do your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You should run, beat the guys up at 160, do the same thing. You get undisputed down there. You know what I'm saying? Nah, they ain't paying all this money for them sanctioning fees, man. Just for y'all, just for y'all to do what with it? For y'all pockets to get fat off the blood, sweat, and tears of the fighters, man. And I know they're gonna make it seem like, you know, the sanctioning fees are all put to good use, but I find that very hard to believe in a sport like boxing, right? So maybe Bud Crawford is setting a precedent or making a stand. Maybe trying to set the tone and change the way things go. Or maybe it's a middle finger to him. And he like, hey, take your belt. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But they swole. I got a couple clips we're going to play, man, with these guys talking about this situation. But it is what it is. Let's go, man.
Like everybody should be.
My bad, y'all. Let's go.
Is Terence Crawford the battering ram in world boxing after refusing to pay the $300,000 sanctioning fee to the WBC for the fight against Canelo Alvarez? I say that because WBC has stripped him of their version of the super middleweight championship because he has declined to pay that fee. Now, what that might have done is drive a wedge between those alphabet organizations and the new setup involving Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh. That they announced 6 months ago they want to set up one organization which has one champion in each weight division. And I think all the purists would want that. So Crawford's action could be extremely significant because, in effect, he's turning round to these organizations, WBC, WBO, WBA, IBF, and he's saying, you guys don't matter anymore. You are irrelevant in boxing. And by doing that, he might know something. He might be saying, with Turki Al-Sheikh's backing, Dana White backing, he might be saying, okay, these guys don't matter. Let's get rid of them. And let's start anew in 2026. That's what the purists want. And I think that's what many of the top boxers, guys like Dmitry Bivol and Beterbiev, Alexander Usyk, Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, I think that's what they all want. They want to see one champion in each weight division.
Man, so, I mean, there you go. I mean, look, that's a lot of money. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I know they're gonna say, oh, well, everybody has to pay it. Well, you fought for their title. Well, yeah, I did. And I gave that shit back. You know what I mean? Or y'all took it back, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dub. But here's Mauricio, a short clip of Mauricio talking about it.
He did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount. We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not. The WBC is huge, it's great. It's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
He relieved. Look, man, I ain't got nothing personal against Mauricio. You know, I don't attack the people. It's just the shit he's saying. T-Hell-Z was good with it. Ant McQueen, Pugilism was good, family. Y'all double tap the screen. Let's get to this, man. Look, say sorry. Why would he say sorry? For not paying y'all? Are you serious? You serious? Won't you ask Canelo to say sorry for asking for 150 or 200 million to fight a guy that was his damn mandatory? Won't you ask him to say sorry? You really think Bud Crawford's supposed to say sorry for not paying y'all? He put the work in. Y'all act like he ain't fight. He had to fight. You get what I'm saying? Say sorry, no thank you, no nothing. No, that's probably, did y'all thank him for the work he put in? Get what I'm saying, man? Y'all try to X this man out of boxing. He continued to be great. Yeah, he went and made the fight of the century. He damn right he did. He was supposed to. I'm glad he did, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Brooklyn GOAT, man. They wild boxing dad. What they do? T-Hill in the building, man. So look, hell nah, I ain't supposed to say no sorry. I'm glad you wish him the best because we wish him the best too. But look, man, I ain't gonna say I know everything about everything, and I'm pretty sure some of the money is used to some good. But the fact that they making this like a thing, like you got people making videos talking about it like he the worst guy in the world. I don't know, man. Take y'all belt back then. You know what I'm saying? I already fought. Get what I'm saying? Already went and beat this guy's ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? I went and kicked his ass real quick. You know what I'm saying? Told y'all I was only here for a good time, not a long time. Didn't Buzz say that? Didn't he tell their asses he was only here for a good time, not a long time? You hear me? Buzz said, no, man, we ain't here for a good time. I ain't here for a long time, just a little bit. Going with Bud was saying, when the hell did the ring belt become the real belt? To me, I think that's as far I guess it's like to each his own kind of thing. Different fighters say different things, right? You hear a lot of people big up the ring belt, and you hear some people diminish it, man. I guess it depends on what side you're on, or how you choose to recognize the ring belt, or what value that you see in it. Because he did have a little video that he made 2 cents. Was good, Poi, what it do? Eric in the building, my guy. Take that pride belt back. On the flip side, though, you have to have a fun. Since his former fight, isn't that important too? Yeah, that is, and I think that's what he tried to say. The funds that go to the fighters, but it's the same shit that Errol Spence had an issue with. You get what I'm saying? Errol Spence was like, man, where this money going? And you know what I'm saying? So I'm all for it, but I just guess if you're the fighter, there's no real way to know where the money is going. Like they like 300,000, paid it 300,000. I could just imagine. I mean, people was probably about to eat that he paid. You know what I mean? Guys about to, that's probably a nice little check for people. You know what I'm saying? A little 300,000. Shout out to Tim. So say sorry is wild. I swear it is. That's a little crazy. I gotta play this one more time. Mauricio funny as hell. He said he didn't even say sorry. Thank you, no nothing. He said, "Bud, they say sorry." It's great.
He did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount. We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not. The WBC is huge, it's great, it's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
Look, Cornelius was good player. Look, I respect it. That if that amount of money is what's going to the boxers fund or whatever he framed it as, that I respect that. But I just find it hard to believe with a guy like that dude that make up the rules as he go along. He's saying the WBC is about greatness, not trying to be funny. And I'm not knocking it because I kind of understand the situation, but don't. What belt do Subriel Matias got? Only got the WBC. You know what I'm saying? Don't he? And they still letting this fight go. So we're gonna talk about that in a few, but I don't know, man. They've done things that's super questionable in the past, man. But again, he ain't gonna come out and say that. He gonna make it sound all well, the money and all this money. Like look, this is the problem I have, because let's talk about it. Have y'all ever heard them break down like exactly how much somebody else sanctioning fees, the percentage, then what amount goes to where? Like I've never heard them do that. I've never heard them do that before. You get what I'm saying? Seemed like that shit was like a middle finger to them, and they like, oh damn, they was expecting that check. Sound good. Like, think about it. Remember when Errol Spence, around the time he was fighting Crawford, right? When he was talking about the sanctioning fees and stuff like that, it's almost like they were offended that he would even question it. Because I don't think it's understood across boxing, and I don't think they've made the point very crystal clear that this amount is going to this and that, and it's a lot to consider because I don't know the inner workings of that and how they divvy up the money and where it actually goes and how they help. But we hear about a lot of these guys that be in bad situations and they can't get help. Like my guy Ant McQueen, who he said had a GoFundMe not too long ago. I probably still got a GoFundMe up. Like that's all I'm saying. I know they can't save the world, but like does that count for guys that fought of yesteryear, the fighters of yesteryear, the ones that ain't good, probably mentally or financially in some financial ruin? You know what I'm saying? Don't got it, ain't good health wise. Like I don't know how that works. So I just feel like you know, you said enough to make it sound a certain way, right? Like you made it, oh, it's about the fighters, man. This is to protect the fighters. Like, you know, we were gonna take 225,000 out of 300,000. It's gonna go off of the fighters. That should sound good, man. But I just don't know if you could be sure that that's what's going on. I don't know. I don't think so. I just have no idea. So skip it off the top. Yeah, because they broke it down, bro. Well, they broke it down. You know what I'm saying? They broke it down. Yeah. I mean, I never understood it. You know what I'm saying? I never understood it, but I always thought he was learning the game from Floyd when he was talking that not really caring for the belts thing. You know what I'm saying? Understood that he rather keep more of his money because all them belts gonna do is collect dust at the end of the day. Shit, look at you know, what's his name? Ben Whitaker. You know what I mean? He just got his IBF belt burgled. You know what I mean? His IBF belt got burgled. So I mean, at the end of the day, somebody steal them or they collect dust, right? But I got a clip. I don't know if he spoke about it. I didn't get a chance to listen to it, man. I don't know if what he was saying in it, but I'm gonna pull it up. Forever G's, what it do? See what he was saying. Well, Crawford is taking it in his stride. Hold on, look. Said the crooks mad they got robbed. I'm telling you, hey, that's what it sounded like. Shout out to Kendrell, man. 815, what it do, man? Shout out to the guys, the same sanctioning body that. It's like Matias fight on the Osterring. That's what I'm saying, bro. When you making it sound real good, but Subriel Matias, and I get it to a certain degree, but it's just a bad look. It's one of them things where just because it's been reported, it's like you basically letting a guy fight with some shit in his system. It sounds crazy, even if it's under the threshold, which that's the case that they're making, but it's still wild, man. Still wild, but this is what Bud Crawford posted.
The WWE champion. They say undisputed on there too. Y'all see it? But do y'all see them though? Do y'all see them though? Do y'all see them though? And I'm missing two. Still in the plastic, don't worry about it. Y'all see them though? Undisputed. Undisputed. That's Canelo right there, guys. That's Canelo right there. That's Spence right there. That's Ndongo right there. They just didn't put them on there. Undisputed.
Belts on their ass. They don't like that.
See them
they
ring
like,
belts?
Man, he got all the belts.
See them ring belts? Yeah. Yeah. Got another.
But flex the belts on him. They like the nerve of this idiot. Nerve of him, man. He didn't even say thank you or I'm sorry. I chose to go in another direction. Mauricio want an apology. It's crazy. Bro wanted to. He wanted Bud. Mauricio want Bud to say sorry. It's crazy. Nah, he got it off,
Man.
See what you chatting about.
Listen. I got something to say. I got a lot to say. What's up, though, everyone? I'm gonna say that first and foremost. I'm gonna say what's up. But I gotta dive right into it. You know, I see Mauricio, you know, got a lot to say.
Oh, he responded.
About me not paying.
Let's go. Right on time.
Him $300,000 plus another $100K something for sanction fees, right? Then he gonna tell me I ain't even apologize. Like, who the fuck you think I am?
Oh shit!
Boy, you better slap your fucking self. Ain't paying your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay you $300,000? What makes you so motherfucking better than any other sanction bodies? Huh? Answer that question. What makes you better than the WBO, the IBF, or the WBA? Everybody accepted what I was giving them. But you, the WBC, think that you better than everybody, don't you?
Oh, wow.
So since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit. The fucking real belt is the ring belt, which is free, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You want me to pay you more than the other sanctioned bodies because you feel like you better than them. How in the world all the sanctioned bodies agreed to the same amount, but you sit your motherfucking ass up there and say that I need to apologize to you? The fuck? You can take the fucking belt. It's a trophy anyway. The fuck am I paying you every time I step foot in the fucking ring?
Yeah.
Damn, blood sound cut out. Oh, there you go.
As the years pass. That don't even make sense. I'm the motherfucker that's putting my life on the line, not you. You ain't stepping your motherfucking ass in that ring. You were nobody else. You were nobody else. So why should I have to pay to carry your belt? You should be paying me. If you want to be truthful, you should be paying me.
They gonna be pissed off at Bud with this. Watch.
I don't see. It irks my nerves how this dude.
Yeah. That's what I figured that once I heard him say, Cal, about the ring belt. Again, like I've heard different things. I just guess it depends on how you look at it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Gets on a plane, gets a hotel suite. Him and his buddies, they go out to dinner, 5-star meals, all that, you know, and guess who got to pay for it? Us fighters. We paying for y'all to come out here, have the time of y'all life, stay in the best hotels of y'all life, and it's all done on our dime. It's done on our dime. Do that sound right to y'all? It's crazy, ain't it? We the one out there getting battered, knocked upside our head.
Right.
And every time we step foot in the ring, we got to pay them a sanction fee like they the government. We getting taxed. It's crazy. Then he said, allegedly, I made X amount of money. You don't know how much I made. You don't know how much I made. Once again, you're speculating. You're speculating. So listen, Mauricio, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Because everybody in the world know you was going for Canelo. You was mad that I beat Canelo. It's okay. It happens, you know? But if you a real fan of the sport, you would have, you know, said congratulations instead of having that little smirk on your face, all mad and pouting. But listen, though.
So it's crazy. So he did pay the rest of the sanctioning bodies. He's saying they wanted more than the rest of them. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I thought they all get the same thing.
You should have been thankful and grateful that I was rocking your belt around as your champion. As your champion, the WBC champion. The undisputed champion at that. But you want to make it about you. You want to say, oh, well, you stripping me. Like, I've been stripped before. IBF just stripped me when I was at 147. Doesn't matter. I'm still considered the undisputed champion. I'm still the champion in the division. Because you know why? The only belt that's recognizable as the champion is the ring belt, baby. That's the #1 belt in the division. That trumps all belts. And guess what? It's free. It's free. How you love that?
And it's worth over $180,000.
$180,000 free. How much your belt cost? I wonder how much your belt cost.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a right or wrong thing. I understand where you're going. Like, dang, when you think of it like that ring belt $180K and it's free. And then there's other ones I know you can't even justify. Matter of fact, I don't even think it's real gold on them other ones.
That ring shit, that's real gold right
that's
there.
Real
so
gold. The other ones, right? Them little gold.
If you face it with dire straits, you can cash that bitch in. You know what I'm saying? And
nice black do-rag bud. But like slap yourself, boy. Talk about
a nice little asset right there, man. That's like having a painting in your house that's worth something, or a Steinway piano,
right?
Just in case a rainy day, you can turn around and sell that bitch.
And like I said, I don't know. Just hearing them break down the numbers and percentages and how much they were going to take and talk about how much money he made, estimate. It's like, bro, man, shut your ass up and be glad that you got paid something, man. You got a point.
I don't see no receipts on your belt.
It's almost over, y'all. We're going to
talk
about it.
Y'all be having so much taxes on these belts. You got some nerves. It's crazy that you can sit up there and have all these belts. You know, you got the WBC silver, the WBA intern, the whatever belt y'all got, and you taxing these fighters every time they fight, and you claim that you for these fighters. You're not for these fighters. You probably worse than the promoters. But hey, I wish you the best. You know, I wish you the best. You and your company. You know, Turkey. I hope y'all get that done, man. I hope y'all get that done so we can all see, people face like this guy, go away from boxing because they ruin the sport with all these antics that they do. They got they ranking systems when people be mandatories for years, like Benavidez. They don't strip these fighters, but I give credit to the IBF. They stripped me. They ain't even give me time. They stripped me, popped me. Even though I wasn't, coming back down the weight, but they handled their business. They did what they were supposed to do. The WBC, you ain't never see them strip no Canelo for the Benavidez. He was what, mandatory for like 2 years? Yeah. It's crazy. But
shout out to you from France.
That's that favoritism shit. But I'm good though, baby. I'm good. I'm living life. I'm happy. Yeah, man. Still the champion. Can't take that away from me. History already been made, baby.
Yeah.
The great, like I said yesterday, I am legend. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm about to go in here and give me a turkey burger. Fat boy.
Turkey burger, yo. He crazy, yo. Bud Wild. Bud Wild. Shout out to the homie Emmanuel, man. That hit the cash out before we even got live. Much love for the support.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Man, shout out to friends though, man. Hope I see you. What's good, my guy? Mr. Goins, what it do? Look, man, Bud, I think everybody, I get it. It's shit in place. It's percentages. They're supposed to pay him. But that's what caught my attention. The fact that he said everybody else was cool with what they got except for you. And I wonder why is that though? I wonder why is that? I wonder why he wonder why they decided that they needed more money.
Because that's my dog, money making Mauricio.
Yeah, Mauricio, that ain't enough.
Money making Mauricio from the WBC, as Teddy Atlas calls them, we be crooks.
Yeah, Bud said, man. I mean, Mauricio said, man, this ain't enough, Bud. Bud basically told y'all, make it enough. You know what I'm saying? IBF for nothing. You get me? Shout out to my guy. Bud basically told the WBC to make it enough, bro. Make it enough, bud. That's making enough, bud, bro. He said, man, slap yourself. What I look like paying y'all every time I step in the ring, man. Hey, I always felt like that money is crazy. Like, he made it sound like it wasn't nothing. You notice how he tried to set the table with how much they allegedly reported him making, and then saying, well, we wasn't gonna take 3%. What he say? 0.6%. 300,000 and 225,000 goes through the boxer fund. Something he said. I'm like, bro, what? That shit sound good, but I ain't never hear y'all break that down like that. I would have loved that kind of insight when Earl Spence was asking questions around that time, right? It's like they almost got annoyed. I want to say they got annoyed, but it seemed like it was frowned upon that he decided to bring that up. And I'm glad he did, man. That's a lot of money. They make it sound like it ain't nothing, but y'all not fighting. Being recognized as shit. That is, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The more I think about it, the more crazy it actually is. The shit ain't got real gold on it. It don't cost nowhere near what the ring belt costs. And I'm not even trying to compare them in that way and not one versus the, I don't have no favorite belt, right? It is what it is, but y'all got these people fighting for like to call themselves a champion within your sanctioning body, and they supposed to be proud of that because of what? The Mauricio almost seems like the belt makes the fight and not the other way around. Still quality of the fighter that make the belt to me, man, because you've seen some title holders and then you see some true champions. That's what Bud has been. I don't even know why he came out and did all of that. I just thought it was funny for him to speak on the numbers directly. He like, yeah, this much and that much. Like, damn. Bro won his cut, man. Bro won his cut. Bud said, man,
madness, man. It's madness. I mean,
right on Forest Avenue.
Who else is paying to go to work?
Right.
I'm not talking about your commute. I mean, like, you go to work and then you get your check and you be like, I'm gonna give this back to you. I ain't even talking about taking out tangible things like insurance and all this.
Man, so I mean, look, Mauricio just made that shit sound good, didn't he? $225K go to the fighters. So basically, like you're not even helping out the fighters. That's what he's trying to say. You didn't even say sorry. You didn't even say thank you or sorry. I'm going in another direction. But like, man, make it enough. You know what I'm saying? Blunt Sports, the homie was good, bro. So now they was annoyed as hell. So I remember that shit. Well, yeah, remember it was like they was frowned upon. Like EJ, man, EJ, damn, why you bring that up? It was like the elephant in the room when he said it. And it's like, I don't remember no real good explanation. I heard like, it just didn't seem like they gave one of those politically correct kind of, well, it's for the fighters. But Mauricio was like, man, he started talking numbers, bro. He like, man, I just have a hard time believing that. It's that much go to the fighters, bro. I agree. The greediest boxing is, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. And remember, Ant McQueen, who did you say had to go fund me?
That was Donald Curry. He was undisputed champion in the 80s.
Said
147.
Come on, man.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Come on. That's what I'm saying. Like, it don't apply to those guys. Like, where that money go? Is it active fighters? Or is it like, you get what I'm saying? I really would like I just want some knowledge. I'm ignorant to some of it. I don't have all the answers, but I can't believe it when they say that. That's just me choosing not to believe.
And the other question is, in what circumstances is that money dispersed?
Right.
Is it like medical situations? Are you recouping these guys? Because these guys got a lot of expenses going to camps and all this other stuff. So like, when the hell do they get the money? Is it when they retired?
Right.
Is it only for champions, or is it for people who've competed for the title? Like, how does that work? There's so many questions.
Man. Dana White got upset also when a reporter questioned him, about the fees. They be thinking people slow or something, bro. Like, what's up with y'all? These fighters don't want to, these fighters don't be wanting to fork over that much money. That's a lot of money. Look how he tried to make it sound like it wasn't a lot. Only 300,000. Like, bro, what? For you not
That's only a house somewhere. You know what I mean? 300,000.
You gotta think, you ain't have to throw a single punch. You ain't have to run a mile, a lap, nothing. jab the bag, hold the pads, nothing. You know, get the water bottle, the pail, like the bucket, nothing, bro. Like, I just don't feel like fighters owe them that much, right? I wish it was more like, you know, thoroughly explained and understood exactly where the money was going. Because all I'm saying is, I hear way too many cases where people be messed up outside of the sport, need money, they be down bad, and it's like that doesn't apply to them. Like, I wonder, can I look it up and get some information, because it's really interesting. But hey, man, Bud gave him the double bird, man. He flipped him the double bird. He told him to make it enough, bro. I'm not giving y'all nothing else. No, Black Do-Rag Bud said, I ain't getting nothing else, man.
I think it's the audacity for this man to ask for extra on top of whatever was already established.
Right.
Because the tone that Mauricio said, he made it seem like Bud wasn't paying nobody.
Yeah.
But then he makes a revelation that, you know, he paid the IBF, the WBA, and the WBO. Mm-hmm. So if it was only supposed to be 3%, what the hell is Mauricio asking for?
That's what I'm saying.
Clearly, he wanted an extra tribute.
See what I'm saying? Like, something with that ain't sitting well, because nobody else is mad. Like, I don't think probably nobody else gonna come out and say anything, but he the only one. And then it looks crazy because you the same one that fake banned Ryan Garcia. That was a PR move if I ever seen one. Because if you can't explain to me in what way that your fake ban affected Ryan Garcia, then I'm not trying to hear it. He had no opportunities and none of that. And then the first time one sprung up, oh yeah, man, we lift the ban. We trust that man. Come on, but y'all so good, y'all so big. Then
so that man is an ambassador now. Right. Like, since when the hell was Ryan Garcia an ambassador?
Bro, what you hear
out of nowhere?
Like he got everything together. He's good now, bro. What? Like, I'm like, yo, you make your rules up as you go along. Canelo been having special treatment for the longest. And so I feel him, man. Nah, I really feel him. I gotta side with the fighters, man. Got to. That shit sound good. I ain't never heard y'all break down how the sanction fees. And it was real brief, but damn, he said numbers, bro. You spoke about his purse allegedly, then with you said 0.6%. Like that shit just sound, I don't know, man. Crazy, man. Y'all the only ones, bro. I'm with that, man. Then y'all like respect the Subriel Matias, but his fight is still on. Like, this is a bad time to be trying to make it seem like y'all doing everything. That's 2 cases. Ryan, that would have been your opportunity to show how the ban affected him. Oh, not allowing him to fight for that title. But y'all, you heard that shit, and you hear that shit, and you like, dollar signs. Ryan Garcia, we can make some money. The ban is lifted. Come on, man. And I ain't dissing him. I'm not attacking him the way most people do it. I'm just, I'm talking about what's out there. It ain't looking consistent. You got too many funny situations, man, and you don't go out, make these statements about Canelo when you coming out telling us David Benavidez is mandatory, and then he just somehow don't never have to fight him. Y'all don't say nothing, no stripping, no nothing. So, I get it, man. Hell with that. Bud got it off on the game, man. That's why they gonna be mad tomorrow. Boy, I can see the video.
Speaking of David Benavidez, you see how quickly they were ready to enact that mandatory at 175 for David Benavidez.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He was about to let David Benavidez fight for that WBC belt versus Dimitri Bivol.
Yeah.
And until Turkey said he ain't want that fight, he wanted the trilogy.
You see?
So you was quick, fast, in a hurry. That man just finished fighting in what, February they did the rematch?
Mm-hmm. Right. Telling you, man. Mauricio,
a month later, you like, hey, get in there with David Benavidez.
Sunshine, what it do? Yeah, Cal, they had to accept. They had to ask for less. You're right. And he said he made it. He tried to make it seem like, hey, we only asked him for $300,000. $300,000 is some money that a guy got with his blood, sweat, and tears, and you ain't throwing as much as a damn jab. All you gotta do is just sit there and watch. That is a crazy system, though. I'm not lying to you when I hear that, because you can say what you want. I get it. It's a business. People gotta make money, but damn. I never hear nobody downplay $300K if somebody else's money like that. It's only $300,000. We wasn't gonna take that. One more time. We wasn't gonna take that much. That's what Mauricio's saying. Like, come on, Crawford. We wasn't even gonna take that much.
You say only, you might as well say, you know what I'm saying? He's only gonna take his little funky ass 300,000.
That's what it is.
A little 300,000. He rich. He could afford that.
0.6%.
Cared about the WBC. And it's the greatest boxing organization in the world. If Crawford was English and he did not pay the fees to the British Boxing Board of Control, he would have been suspended. And if he didn't pay the fees to the JBC, he'd have been suspended. And he didn't pay them to the EBU, he'd have been suspended. I remember a day when your father couldn't get a ringside ticket from any promoter in the United States of America. I remember fighting the Green Magazine ratings, and they found it so corrupt, they needed to go something with an organization. So this is the start. This is the start with Zupa. This is the start with all the bullshit that's going to come down. But I swear that we'll give you our life to defend you for what you've done for boxing.
Yeah, no.
It's almost like, yeah, man. I don't know, Muggs. It's been like I've been hearing that for. I keep forgetting to do the double format. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I gotta keep that at the top of my brain. And remember, they don't send the notifications and my lives be blacking out, lives unavailable. I don't know what the hell YouTube got going, but they pissing me off, man. But we still gonna keep rolling. So look, that was somebody speaking about it being suspended and all that. I definitely ain't trying to hear that. Like, you got guys popping with banned substances and fights going on. Like, get what I'm saying? What damn belt was that? What belt was that? Hold on, man. There wasn't that WBC title on the line with Oscar Valdez and Conceição. Am I tripping? Because they let that fight go. Was it a tie? I gotta go back and look. I'm not for sure, but they ain't got no squeaky clean image, man. They can't sit here and say, talk like they do everything right. And it's nah, bro. Y'all been wilding lately, bro. So Bud done pissed the world off, man. Bud pissed the world off. They don't know what to do with Terrence Crawford, man. He done got that bread, said, man, I ain't giving yet. Take that belt. He said, man, take it. I don't even need it. Sammy, what it do, man? Yeah, it was, right, Favor G's? I thought so. So, again.
I just did a quick Google search. It was for the super featherweight title, WBC.
Yeah, and y'all let the fight go. Not only did you let it go, it's a debate whether or not he actually won that fight. Then you gave him the fight and then built him a statue shortly after. Can't make this shit up. I'm not even lying. You cannot make this stuff up. CJ, what it do, homie? What's good with it, man? Yeah, you can't make this shit up, bro. Can't make it up. That's bogus work. Bogus work, man. Bogus work. So, like I said, it's not personal, Mauricio, but like you've had situations where you really needed to come out and be firm with shit, but you haven't done that. But when Bud Crawford when that extra check, or you ain't get that extra he needed that extra Frank Martin was talking about, man. Mauricio was trying to get that Frank Martin was talking about, man. And speaking of the WBC, here you go. You get me? It's y'all work, man. Y'all work. This fight is going right through. See? Let's talk about this for a second too, man. I see people like they like, man, it's nasty word, drug cheat. I get it. But the only thing I could level with in this entire situation is that they have a legal threshold, right? And he was under that. From what I'm understanding, they wasn't even supposed to put that out like that because of that reason, right? They're saying there wasn't no rules broken. Technically, if you under a limit. The fact that it's any limit is a conversation in and of itself, but for it to be as low as what they saying, like I said, man, could be contamination, could be anything, but I'm not about to try to make a case for him. I'm gonna let him do it itself, but I'm gonna just tell you how I feel about it. It just seemed a little, I mean, under the threshold is crazy. I know people gonna be like, well, cycling off or something to that effect, but we just don't know. Hopefully the situation play out and he able to provide, boxing and the people with some clarity as to what happened to him. But like I said, man, the WBC, all that, we're for the fighters. We're for the boxing. Yeah, we only needed 300K. It's like, damn, bro. Damn, playing that. I still like Matias, man. Hopefully he able to clear his name some type of way. Shout out to the plug, LetsBuild. He said, what sanctioning body cleared him? Shit. Hold on. Because it got to be the BC, ain't it? What title he got?
I thought he had the WBC.
Yeah, I'm about to say, am I tripping? It gotta
Because
be
I
the
know
WBC.
Hitchens
That's
got
how
the
we got here.
IBF.
Yeah, man. What sanctioning? Yeah, so shout out to Beast Skull, man.
Theo got the WBO.
Why they need to ban all snack fighters? The snack fighters not the ones popping dirty. You know what I'm saying? The snack fighters are not the ones popping for PEDs. It seemed like the real problem, like they want you to believe that snack is the worst thing, but the more people say that, the more people that's not affiliated with snack at all continue to pop for different PEDs. Or damn, what is Janibek with snack? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, but I know a lot of these guys. I don't think so. It's not the snack fighters that the ones that's popping dirty. It's got everything, everybody else, all that, everything in between shit. So I don't know, man. I'm willing to bet if Snack didn't have Victor Content, RIP to him, if they had his name attached to it, maybe people would view it differently. But the fact that it is and he got a pass, people won't let him forget about that. Or when he was still here, they wouldn't let him forget about it. Basically they're saying like, once a cheat, always a cheat. You did wrong back in the day, you still doing wrong now. I can't necessarily say I take that approach though. You know what I'm saying? Without no proof, no evidence, we just gonna guess. We just gonna, you know what I'm saying? How many people could you like? That's wild. And maybe because I got personal experience with situations where people will put jackets on you that don't belong. And that's like the same thing there. It's like saying, oh, well, committed that robbery back in the day and still to 2025, you're still committing robberies, right? Like I think of it much differently than people. It's like people can learn from mistakes. They can mess up and then be like, you know what? Because it all depends on what side you're going to use the knowledge for good or bad. And it seemed like Snack was doing some good, but all the fake outrage started online. I'm not a fan of that shit because, like I said, they can't point to the snack fighters that's popping and then they conveniently say, oh, the reason that they're not popping is because they got undetectable. It's like, I don't want to hear that, man. That shit sounds stupid. Then you got guys like we were talking about Ann McQueen, guys getting tired, guys getting knocked out, losing fights, all types of shit on Snack. So it's like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. WBC endorsed it. Yacht fighters on yacht. Let's go, Team Smith. Oh yeah, Dub ain't feeling it. So yacht, appreciate you, my guy. So the NSAC cleared it. New York State Athletic Commission cleared it. So the WBC endorsed it. You know it. They don't care. And that's why I say it's funny that he talking about this money, man. You got bigger issues, Mauricio. Dudes running around here, you know, arguably or allegedly on or off power pellets. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to put that on people. Like I said, and I seen somebody get booted off a panel over this Matias shit. But I guess people be making the wrong argument or going about it the wrong way. I'm not here to make no case. I'm just here to state what they got out there. My only question as a fight fan, because we want a clean sport, right? We don't want no type of banned substances of any kind, of any thresholds, right? But that would be my question. How did it get there? And everybody that's popping dirty can't keep saying, oh, man, how did that happen? Like that's going to get played out, even if it is true. It's like at some point, somebody got to be like, so got to be some accountability. It can't just be, well, I didn't know what happened. And I took this vitamins and minerals. And, it got to be something. That's why I say, I guess if you put something in your body, you want to go through the proper protocols and procedures so you could avoid situations like this, because that's what I wonder. Like in both cases, whether it's Janibek, that he had something different. So what is it, Meldonium? And then you got Janibek, and then you got Matias, and it's like, man, it's like, how did it get there, guys? Can y'all tell us that? Can anybody tell us how y'all got? You know what I mean? Did y'all go through the proper protocols, right? Did you go through the proper protocols and procedures to get your vitamins or your multivitamins or whatever, you know what I mean? It's changed, or checked, should I say. So I don't know, man. It's a nasty situation, but that's the only thing that I can say in favor of Matias, right? They have a legal threshold, and what they reported, it was under that. The only question I would have after that is it intentional, unintentional, and how did it get there? Did you know it or not, right? And only he would know. Only he has the opportunity to prove that. So other than that, I'm not going to bat for him. I'm not making a bunch of excuses. I'm not trying to say, oh, he's clean. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not arguing for these dudes. They make a lot of money to do the shit they doing. You think I'm going to spend my time trying to clear somebody's name for free. And he out here, he about to go out there right now with that shit in his system, bro. They fight on, Matias. Joker, let him go in there. That's why Dub like, man, Dalton Smith for the win. Let's go. You get what I'm saying? This shit looks spooky, bro. That shit is spooky, man. That shit is really spooky, bro. That's not a good look. Not a good look. It's not a good look at all, man. That shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy, man. I just don't know, man. I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I wish this wasn't the case. Look, bro, I hate cheaters of any sort. This dude had an unaliving in the ring. You know what I mean? R.I.P. to Dada Shed, but you know, he fought him and took a, you know, I mean, that was his last fight. So if you him, Matias, you definitely want to do everything in your power, just off that alone, to make sure that the people at home know, hey man, I'm clean. Like, I don't know what he got to do, but you better be on the up and up, sitting around talking about, you know how Janibek, I'm clean, I'm for the clean sport. I don't know what happened. You know, live, bro. That shit, you better know what happened. You know what I'm saying? What was you taking? Go get your vitamins checked immediately. Like, go get, you know what I mean? Whatever you got to do that shit and do it ASAP. Like, because ain't nobody going to keep trying to hear these excuses, bro. Like, they've been getting wild. Like, I read Amir Khan say he was retired and popped or something like that, I think. And they said, what did he say? He said he probably could have got it from shaking hands and so I was like, you know what? Somebody, whoever come up with the most bogus excuse got to get punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? By Wilder, you know what I'm saying? With no glove on, with an MMA glove on. Gotta the next person that popped dirty gotta stand there, stick their chin up, you know what I'm saying, and allow Wilder a one right hand with an MMA glove on. Straight like that, bro. Telling you, man, gotta be stricter penalties, something. And me and Ant was talking about it a bit in the DMs, like, look, maybe y'all gotta go back to the basics, all natural or something, man. I'm sick of O's, my supplements. And I know that's a real thing, but y'all ain't tired of allowing supplements to be the reason your career is in question? Y'all not tired of that shit? Something that you didn't make, you don't know really what's in it. I'm hearing that they don't even be put properly labeling what's in these products. How could y'all be safe? How could you be sure that what you're getting is the right thing? And that's on every level, not even with supplements. Like, let me switch gears for a second. I got a supplement, that good old green, that marijuana. I know for a fact that, people that sell the stuff, when it legalized it, I know for a fact that they'll tell you this is that and it's not that. I know this for a absolute undeniable 1,000,000% fact, not 100,000,000% fact. They'll sell you this and say it's bubble gum, right? This is for the conversation purposes. And then you get it and it'd be the opposite of bubble gum, right? So I know they're doing this shit. Think about the food that we eat on a regular basis. They out here 3D printing meat and shit. You get what I'm saying? There's somewhere somebody's cutting corners and getting over is what I'm saying. They do the same thing with the supplements, and you gotta think like that. If I'm in that situation, and look, hypothetically, man, you gotta automatically assume that, you know what, this shit, these supplements might not be no good. You get what I'm saying? You might have to really just chalk it up or at least go through the protocols. I don't see how y'all could be cool just ingesting shit, especially what I'm saying, especially with all the recent poppings. Like, it was a card a while back that not too many people, I ain't hear nobody talking about it, as a matter of fact. Had like 4 or 5 fighters up there. Dudes had cocaine, all types of shit, and they said, dudes was popping hot left and right like it was legal or some shit. I'm like, wow, like, man, nah, bro. Gotta be better, more strict penalties in place. Something gotta give, bro. I want to see great fights, preferably by clean athletes, man. You know what I'm saying? As requested to reserve.
But the lines have been blurred as to what is or what isn't a clean athlete.
Right. That's
because you have these agencies like USADA where they get to pick and choose like what is and what isn't.
Right.
Same thing with WADA and whomever else. Like, they get to pick and choose what is or what isn't. And then that's what we base it on, like legality.
Right.
So if this thing can enhance you, but we consider it to be legal, then by technicality, you're not cheating. But you're still being enhanced.
Right. That's
It's
true.
no different than like American history. You know, you just used the example of marijuana. Once upon a time, it was illegal. People were getting
Mm-hmm.
locked up, getting serious time behind that shit.
Yeah.
Now, in a lot
Yeah.
of places, it's recreational.
Yeah.
And then the same thing could be said for alcohol. Remember, like the early 1900s during the Prohibition, alcohol was outlawed. Now you can go buy Hennessy at a corner near you. You can get alcohol, beer,
Right.
wine, whatever at gas stations, pharmacies, and so on.
All right.
So like legality to me, that's where it gets murky as far as using that as the barometer.
Mm-hmm.
As for what is or what isn't okay. It's
Yeah.
like if you enhance, you enhance.
Exactly. And that's
That's
why I
where it
say
gets
like
tricky.
the part that some people are not accepting at all and they're not trying to hear it is this threshold shit. And I understand it because it's like, bro, it almost like blurs the lines. Why should it be any exception to some shit? Is it banned? Yes or no? So why should it be a threshold for it? And what's the reasoning for that? I want to know. Is it because y'all know that contamination is real? Like it has to be a reason for that though. And that's very frustrating because and I respect everybody's opinion. I know different people feel differently about it, but that's where I'm at with it. Like I get the people that's like, bro, threshold or not, even if you under it, it's a banned substance and it was in your system. What we doing? How you still got a whole fight going on? How? And Mauricio, you out here talking about money. You should be worried about that dude fighting for your, you know what I mean, for your belt after he just popped. You know what I'm saying? I don't need, you know what I'm
But
saying?
they
I don't
do
need
know though. This is the thing.
it
They're
crazy.
very privy to contamination.
Right.
That little excerpt that I sent you in the DMs, it was from an article in 2019 where USADA was talking about like four fighters that were in I can't remember if it was UFC. It was one of those MMA leagues, but they were all testing positive for
Mm-hmm.
ostarine. And then when they went and checked the supplement that they were taking, and they were taking shit that was over the counter,
Right.
like something you could buy at GNC, and it
Right.
had ostarine in it.
You see what I'm saying? And like the independent research that I came across, right? What I was able to discover from the shit that I chose to do on my own because of I think it was what made me do it. What situation was it? It was Ryan with the ostarine. I really wanted to know. It was a lot of back and forth arguing about if it helped, if it's good, if it's not. And I'm not gonna lie. I covered it on here. I played a video from a guy that's a bodybuilder, PED user, actively using it, and he gave his explanation of ostarine, what he thought of it, or what he knew about it personally from just being in that life. That shit it is wild, man. It's wild. And then on top of that, I was able to discover like best way I can explain it, like how you go to a store, right? You go to a sub shop and say the person before you say you don't eat pork, and the person before you just has some ham being chopped on the joint, right? They
And they
don't
use the
wipe that
same damn
off.
knife.
That
Yep.
ham is gonna be in your turkey sandwich that you eat, and you get what I'm saying? And you might get sick from it. That is what's happening to a degree with the contamination part, right? I'm not making no case for who's contaminated and not, but from the research I came across, that's how that's happening. Contamination, basically using the same equipment without properly cleaning it, right? Guys trying to cut costs, so they going to people, paying people, and so some underhanded shit going on. And then you'll got somebody to press you up a bunch of shit without properly cleaning that equipment. Now a good batch of shit got the shit in it that ain't supposed to be in it. Now somebody done took it. Now the first test come clean, the next test dirt. Is like, that's all I'm saying. It's just that shit needs to be cleaned up, man. And fighters, man, y'all gotta know better, man. You have to go through the protocols, man.
Gotta probably just try to be as natural as you possibly can, man.
Facts.
And not run the risk, because from what I was looking at, they were saying that it's like a 10 to 50% chance that contamination happens. And it's exactly because of what you just said. These things being used and these things being made in the same facilities.
Right.
And there's a lot of that. And that's why that threshold is there, because the amount that's found is so damn low.
Yeah.
It's just trace amounts.
Yeah.
And I was reading, it was saying like there's a 28% chance that like anybody, not just fighters, but just anybody who's using any type of supplement, there's a 28% chance that you could be doping inadvertently.
And that's way too high if you ask me. Do you hear me? 28% is way too high, but it's all about educating, man. Like, I don't want to be the guy, drug cheat. He's the dope, he's doping. Like, I let the shit play out. I'm not about to come to his aid. I'm not his lawyer. I'm not on his defense team. I'm not doing that. That's not my fight. But I will just highlight the facts and the things that people are overlooking. But I do initially understand people like, man, I don't care if it was the smallest amount that could possibly be detected. The fact that it's a banned substance is all bets is off. I totally understand that. But for me, I like to see things play out. I like to see if you are able to find a way to provide an explanation, a real one that could help the people that's from the outside looking in understand what happened there. Because the I don't knows is not going to cut it. Big shout out to the Clean Lisa.
But also a lot of people are going to be skeptical of you saying, oh, well, it was the supplement. It's like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
This guy had the tea. This guy had the this. This guy had the that. You know what I mean? It just sounds. But when you look at how frequently contamination happens, and I agree with you 1,000%, it's just far too high. And this is not even just as far as boxing is concerned, because if you're just a regular person who likes to work out, you want to be in shape, so you taking pre-workout before you hit Planet Fitness or LA Fitness or wherever the hell you work out. And little do you know, you got some extra shit in it that's not on the label. All you know is that you're getting these results, but you don't even know what the hell you actually taking.
Right.
And then unless you're somebody where you're consistently getting lab work done, you're probably not even going to realize that you got these trace amounts of these things in your blood or in your system like these guys do, because they got to, especially when they're, partaking in anti-doping. And here's the other part of it too, where it gets a little suspicious for me, and why I give these guys a little bit of leeway. I'm not going to say that they're innocent or they guilty, but I would not be surprised if all of this shit was one big money grab, because who in the fuck would knowingly cheat and then still have to come out of pocket to test themselves?
Right.
Because the fighters pay for their own testing. If I already know I'm guilty, why would I'm just basically just throwing money away.
Right. That's a great point. Big shout out to the Queen Lisa for the huge donation in the Cash App. Always supporting the grind in a big way. Much love, much appreciation to the Queen Lisa.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Much love, much appreciation.
Instead of paying for that testing, might as well just, send that little extra money I don't want to Mauricio.
Yeah.
He needs it.
Yeah.
So, and I think this whole thing, and then once again, USADA in 2019, they talked about that program that they put together where they were trying to aid fighters or combat athletes with their acquisition of safe supplements. So they to me, I got to look at the details and see, like, what exactly does that entail? Like, do they give these fighters a list? Like, hey, these are the things that are pre-approved. We already checked these things out. They should be good to go. Any of these things that you need for your iron, for your recovery, for your this, for your that, hey, check these out. But it's like if you're providing that type of information and people are still testing positive, and then they're sitting around like, what the hell is going on? I don't know what's happening. And then here's the other part too with Matias. Part of his condition is that he's got to be tested.
Right.
I think quite frequently. Whose pocket is that going to come out?
Yeah.
His own. That shit costs money.
Yeah, it do.
That testing is hella expensive. I was looking at and I'm like, what the hell are y'all paying? I mean, what are y'all charging these fighters tens and thousands of dollars to be tested for?
Exactly.
Like, that's some shit you could do at LabCorp or something like that.
Right. So that shit just it's crazy, man. That this is where we at in boxing, man. It's unfortunate that this shit is happening at this rate. But man, only thing I can say is I hope fighters from here on out, man, moving forward, guys, just continue to go through the proper and necessary channels and steps to reassure that your supplements are on the up and up, right? You can't have that, man. You can't just be, because unfortunately in today's boxing, well, all you need is any type of positive, and they're gonna question that everything you've done in your career.
Yep.
And that's the unfortunate side. So if you're a fighter, man, just do everything in your power. Like go through cross every T and dot every last I when it comes to putting any foreign substances, anything in your body that you didn't put together yourself, right? So that's all I can say. It's unfortunate, but Matias fighting, it definitely don't look good allowing the fight. But by their rules, I get it. It's because he was under the threshold. Had he been over or something like that, then I'm pretty sure the fight wouldn't continue. So that's the only leg that they remotely have to stand on. And it just is what it is. That's their rules, not mine. For me, I just think it need to be more strict penalties. And like Ant was saying, man, and I already thought maybe that threshold is in place because they're familiar with how often or how common contamination can be. So they're kind of giving you a leeway. But you know how it go. You know what I mean? Why is this guy popping or these guys popping versus everybody else? So shit is just sad, man. 28% inadvertently doping. It's crazy. That's a scary number, man. That's a good chance, man, that some shit could really happen. You got to spend the rest of your days explaining what happened and shit.
You're right about Matias, though. Well, not just him, but now you got to look at that damn Maxim Dedishev fight with an asterisk. Like, was he on that shit when he fought him?
Man,
that streak that he had when he had all them guys retiring on their stool, Kambayev and Jeremiah Ponce and Ergashev and all them, like all them dudes, Malik Hawkins, like he had a bunch of guys just retiring.
Yeah,
he wasn't even knocking them out. They just didn't want to fight no more. It's like, was he on that shit, man? But but the thing with the Ostarine that I find to be interesting is it seems to be good for bodybuilding, but it seems like it would be just terrible for boxing unless you have like this super master plan. Because Ostarine is something that is generally given to cancer patients and patients that are afflicted by other diseases that lead to a decrease in muscle mass. So you want to increase lean muscle. And as you know, muscles need more what? More oxygen.
Absolutely.
So that definitely can't be good for your endurance if you're cutting weight and so on.
Right.
So it's like that's probably the worst shit that you could take if you're a boxer, because you need good conditioning, especially if you're a high volume guy. Now that shit that what's the name is on Janibek, now that sounds a little bit more appropriate. Yeah, because that's for like endurance and cognitive function and all that other stuff. Faster recovery.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's quick.
He was on the right stuff. I'm not saying it was right, but I'm saying if you
I get what you're saying. And see, that it's all about the conversation. See, and McQueen, most people are not willing to have a conversation, bro. We are, because we clearly we're comfortable knowing, and everybody that's listening know that we ain't a fan of no PDs. We're not cool with it, but there's a conversation that people don't like to have. They don't like to have it. Everything is just not, cut and dry. It's just not like, surface level, should I say, when it come to this shit. It's really not, bro. But man,
there's layers to it, even to the PED thing.
Yeah.
Because once again, when you have one organization saying to you what you can or what you cannot take and what is legal and how much of it is legal, and even if it is banned, if it's below a certain threshold and it's technically not banned, that's where things get very murky. And then once again, once these people, once they get suspended or whatever penalty is handed out, they still got to pay for it. Well, in the case of Matias, because he got to get tested this whole time.
Right.
And that shit ain't cheap. And then it's like, where's that money going?
Right.
Where is that money going? I wish we could establish a paper trail to follow so we would know, like, where is this money going?
I promise.
So we can make sense of all of this. Because ultimately, that's where most of this stuff comes down to. Even the fact that Matias is still going to be able to fight Dalton Smith, despite the fact that he tested positive for something, it comes down to the money being made.
Right.
It's really what it comes down to.
Right.
Hey,
And that's
Matias, you
all.
stand to make X amount of dollars. Isn't that fight going to be on a ring card or something related to Turkey?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you, Matias, he stands to be paid handsomely.
Right.
And the way that Mauricio is talking about, like, Bud is only X amount of percent or it's only however many dollars, you know, you could
Right.
damn well say with confidence that he want his little funky ass 200,000 or whatever he's standing to make from Matias or from Dalton Smith, whoever the winner is. He don't give a
Facts.
damn who win or lose. Well, in the
And
case
that's
of
what I'm saying. Trying to be
Canelo's people, he want that. He
right.
want that bread. Same thing with Ryan. Yeah, he's banned right now. But then you see that Mario Barrios fight becomes a possibility, and it's he's developed so much as a person, and he's grown, and he's a ambassador for the sport, and all this. Like what? Meanwhile, he had all the controversy with all of the racial epithets and all this shit he was spewing on the internet, talking greasy, talking crazy, and that was in addition to the PED stuff. But that's big money, and I'm also willing to bet that he's looking at, you know, the fight that Barrios just had with Pacquiao. It was like his profile is even bigger. Ryan Garcia came off a loss, came off of PEDs, came off of, you know, all of the racial scandal stuff, and it's just like we're gonna lift that ban and throw you in there because you know what it's about, man. It's about that paper.
Right. But
It's
the
no,
king
I
is
said
called
it
the
last
champ.
time, Just. It's no coincidence that his belt is green. Green is for
Yeah.
the money, gold is for the honeys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Money maker Mauricio.
Money maker. I like that. A Vader. Yeah. Bud is the guy, man. So look, I mean, they've been making a lot. And my thing is, I've heard them make more of a fuss about this than guys popping hot and fighting for your belt. Like I said, that fake ass band that you had for Ryan Garcia, that's a joke. For real, for real. That's a real joke, dude. That's a real like that. What band? That shit was fake. You know what I'm saying? No, in no way, shape, or form did it affect him. It just was something to say, and then you let it rock out. He was suspended anyway. He couldn't do shit. So yeah, that shit crazy. And then you be a heavy advocate for him before you even step in the ring and do anything, because y'all seen dollar signs, and it's all about money with y'all guys. You sat here and broke down the numbers. Like, look at the other post talking about he forgot how he made 50 million. It wasn't because of you. You act like the belt was the reason he made the money. It's Canelo. It's fighting Canelo did that. But they'll make it seem like somehow the belt is more important than the action in the ring. It's not. That shit is, like he said, it's just a trophy, bro. Like, I respect it and all of that good stuff, but bro, man, a good fight is a good fight, belt or not. That changes nothing for me. That's for the fighter. And then you come to find out the belt ain't even for the fighter. It's for them, the sanctioning bodies that get paid. And I'm pretty sure that some of the money can somehow go to the fighters, but I would like to know, just from like a information standpoint, like how is it, you know, what effect does it have and where is it going, right? I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard them break down numbers. Like I said earlier, the way he just did that, it hit my ear a little different. I'm like, hey, you really breaking it down 0.6%? Only 300,000. Like, only. Okay. Let me get 300,000 and Mauricio since it's only. You know what I'm saying?
He had
Let
to
me
do
get
that
300,000
breakdown to
since it's
justify
only.
what he was demanding. That's why he did that.
You
Because
get
we
me?
never heard that before, and I've never heard him mention another fighter's purse before either.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
All of a
saying.
sudden, we concerned with what Bud is making. We ain't been
That's
talking
what I'm
about all the
saying. That's
shit, all this
all.
money Canelo been making all this time.
Then look
Knock
what
it
he
off,
said.
stupid man.
He forgot how he got to make the 50 million, bro. You bugging, Mauricio. With Bilo, he said the WBC take the purple belt also. The purple belt. Oh, you talking about that thing that they like made? Nah. You talking about that green strap. That's the one they took, Big Bilo. They took that green scrap.
Mauricio forgot about Netflix and all those other people that were involved. That's how that 50 million was. That's how that 50 million was made. Those other people put the bread up.
Right.
Forget about Ring and Turkey and all of his constituents and the
Right.
broadcasters and Netflix
Right.
and
Right.
shit.
That's a fact.
Canelo and Bud for being able to sell them damn tickets.
Right.
Nah,
Right.
they
So
just all the people that were in the arena that night, well, not even arena, in that stadium, Allegiant Stadium, they came there to see them motherfuckers hoist the green belt in the air. That's what they came for.
right.
To see
Right.
Mauricio Sulamon's funky ass
Right.
staying there.
Stand there and throw a punch, run a mile, go checked on him in training camp, nothing. Just show up on fight night, stand in the ring and smile like, yeah, this is our champion. Yeah, I bet it is your champion because you about to get a check. And you showed your true colors. You showed the world your true colors. If that check, that amount ain't right, that check ain't clear the right kind of way, bro. You got right on the internet. One of them internet. Let me find out Mauricio, one of them internet guys, man. He got right on the internet with it. Like, he didn't even say thank you. Or sorry. Like, what? I'm glad I had that right on point. Bub responded.
You seen the way that Sergio Martinez was him and Lou DiBella was at the damn WBC convention on their ass trying to get that title shot versus Chavez Jr. back in the day.
Right. Right.
They was popping up at every one. Like, bro, like, yo, we've been the mandatory for a minute.
You said it must be for that purple belt. Nah, shit, that's for that green one. They want that money for the green, because that's what the belt that Crawford talking about, the green belt. You heard him talking about it in the explanation. And then he bigged up the Ring magazine. He was like, man, the hell with that. Then he spoke about how the IBF stripped him too, but said it is what it is. It's still on business, but he ain't care because he wasn't going back down. The same way he don't care now. Take that belt. That shit funny. He said, man, slap yourself. Talking about to say sorry. Yeah, I love it, Bud, man. I love it, man. They're going to be mad tomorrow, boy. But look, as I said, it's a conversation going on about, will he do or don't deserve? That's a difficult thing to get into, right? To say what somebody don't deserve after putting it in for this, all the work that he's put in for the sport of boxing. You telling me he don't deserve shit? Right? But you got Canelo demanding 150 and 200 million. So when you hear Bernie say, man, Bud need 100 mil or he ain't getting back in there, people like lose their mind. Why? Why though? Seriously, like if the Usyk saying this is the pound for pound best fighter in the world, the guy that people will say is number one in Usyk, he'll tell you it's Bud. That guy don't deserve the money. Why shouldn't he? I mean, if he can negotiate it, then he should get it, right? I'm not here to be mad at him. Like, look, you want me back in there with Canelo now because they paid me. Now he need to get on that. Get on that type of, and y'all stripped him. So fight Canelo again because of what? I'm the rat. I got the gun. You know what I'm saying? I'm the rabbit with the gun now. Get what I'm saying? It was cool when now I'm calling shots. You lost. Y'all want me to get back in there and pay me for it. Or man, leave me alone. And take that funky ass belt with y'all. And I ain't paying you no $300K. I'm not against that. I'm sorry. I'm not against it. Not against it, because the main reason why they're not consistent always around the board. So if you was, then maybe I'd be like, yeah, Bud, man, you doing something unprecedented, but maybe you setting the tone. This shit could end up being good. I don't know. Dude talking about guys getting suspended and shit back in the day, man. Nobody wants to hear that. You hear me? Like, we don't care about that. Bud ain't gonna take your funky belt. And he flexed on y'all with all them belts. Shout out to Big B-Lo, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the comments. Salute to the ground. The most unbiased boxing channel on the net. That's love, and I appreciate it, man. My God. Shout out to Big B-Lo, man. Let's keep going. Corey say definitely put the work in. Yeah, it's tough to say. Shout out to Al Booger, my dog. It's tough to say like what somebody don't deserve when they dedicated their life to this shit. Like imagine somebody telling you what you deserve and they can't do what you can do and they ain't put in none of the work. Like, you get what I'm saying? And you in boxing, and this is professionally since 2008. Think about how many years that he put into the game for somebody to be telling him what he don't deserve. If somebody is willing to pay him that, then there you go. You get me? There you go. But like I said, if you wasn't outraged about Canelo running around here demanding outrageous, astronomical amounts of money to fight a guy that he should have fought, then we shouldn't be tripping about this. It's not that big a deal. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, I can't wait till he figure out what he's going to do so we can know from fight fan perspective. Like, I just want to support it. You want to make a run at 60? I'm all for that. I'm in support of that, G. You know what I'm saying? If you want to retire and say, hey, man, I made my money, I'm good, Hall of Famer, first ballot, I'm good with that. But I'm in support of him, man. I don't see why we jumping on his back about some sanctioning fees, right? Because look, hey, and let me point out the hypocrisy for a second. Why when it was when Earl Spence was asking about it, people was in support of that. They championed that. The real ones did, not the ones that complain about it. You get what I'm saying? We like, yeah, Earl, yeah. What's the difference? Earl brought it up and Bud Crawford stuck it to him. Flip double bird. Get up out of here. He double birded on him. You know what I'm saying? He told him, man, what she say and Friday? Make it enough. And this ain't enough. He told Mauricio, make it enough. You get me? You gotta love Bud for that. You know what I'm saying? Let me find out he the first boxer in history to tell Mauricio to make it enough. You think I'm about to be mad at him? Hell nah. Hey, Bud, man, do what you do, homie. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. Bud told that dude to make it enough. You know what I'm saying? Ain't enough, Mauricio. Then short yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mauricio was like, I still gotta pay these people. Bud hit him with the Marlowe. Well, short yourself. Bud told him to short. You want somebody else to get paid? Short yourself. It's coming up out of your pocket because you ain't getting it from me. You know what I mean? You know it's real when Bud do a whole video and it's minutes long. It wasn't a super long, but it was minutes long. Like you know, Bud don't give a damn. He on it though. And then for the classic flex,
WWE champion.
He did it on.
They say undisputed on there too. Y'all see it?
Make it enough.
But do y'all see them though? And I'm missing two.
That's a nice collection, I ain't gonna lie.
Still in the plastic, don't worry about it. I see them though.
Plastic.
Disputed.
Flex on somewhere in the world. Right, somebody is doing their best impersonation of Trey Styles right now.
That's a Dongo right there.
I'm telling you, somebody is doing the Trey Styles right now, y'all. I'm not lying. Right now.
See them ring belts?
I'm just seeing this video.
See them ring belts? Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Somebody right now is in the world.
I'm tired of this shit.
Somewhere in the world, bro.
Kill all these motherfuckers. I'm sick of fucking shit. Sick of this shit. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. Fuck this shit. Too many motherfuckers. Fuck it.
They ready to knock themselves out over this shit. Like, man, won't he just go away? I thought he was retiring. You know what I mean? And some people low-key don't want him to make that kind of money, $100 million, because they just want him to go away. They figure if he don't get the money that he's supposed to get, then maybe he'll just retire and go off into the sunset. Either way, he made it, bro. PJ's big dog, what it do, homie? I'm telling you right now, somebody is being Trey Styles. They just swinging it out. He just keep on finding a way to win. Good. Then they like, yeah, they took the belt from him. Yes, this probably, I'm telling you, somewhere somebody celebrated and said good for him when they took the belt. Oh, you ain't paying attention fee. Good for him. I bet you. I'm telling you. I know this. I know how it go. Him just existing be pissing people off, bro. You know what I mean? You seen him doing the photo shoots and shit. You look at some of the comments, bro. Look at some of the comments. How unhappy people be mad as hell, and this man just be existing, doing him. He out there with the samurai fit on. They in the comments hating, bro. Bud just be doing. He having too much fun at this point. Bro just having fun, man. He having his way, man. You gotta love to see somebody enjoy the fruits of their labor to a degree and get their flowers, and they just do, especially if you think how I do. So that's all. He just getting what being great for years and years and years get you. And that's dope to see, man. So look, y'all can keep y'all belt. That's what he said. You know what I mean? He gonna be good without it. And as far as if he worth that $100 million, it's hard to justify, right? He did go off something else I wanted to play because he had like a rant on Twitter, and he had a bunch of tweets, man. It's a video. Fight Hype put it in video form, so y'all gonna have to read it. But he had a bunch of different tweets kind of going in. You know what I'm saying? He's saying a bunch of stuff, bro. Do I still got all them tweets? Let me look, but he was saying some stuff. Let me look and see if I still got him. Now I'm gonna just play this video real quick. But he was going in. People don't like when he speak, but I think he be on point, bro. I don't think he just be saying anything, right? I think Bud be on point, man. Hold on, let me play it, man. He was going off on. Crawford had something to say, man. He said, dude, Roach got to break his hand and show you could beat him better with one hand. He's stupid. You a fool, so. But yeah, man, Bud Crawford was going on. He had a lot to say. He said he find it crazy how people run with this Crawford, don't sell BS. Any fighter I ever fought besides Khan, when he fought Canelo, I was their biggest fight. But I can't sell, though. But none of these other fighters could do what I do. He said what they did with me or with other fighters, though. So I must be lost. And he's speaking some facts, man. They don't want this guy to be successful. It be sounding like, so you just love putting that out there because they don't want to talk about that. But they run with that narrative. I can't sell. If I can't sell, why so many people come and tune into the fight? I don't get it. I don't act like I'm the rest of them. See what I'm saying? He speaks ghetto fab with a dude behind the hands. TD, my dog, bud. Too transparent, too honest the system. And the people who don't appreciate what he's done and wants him gone, yeah, that's what it seemed like. And he tagged Oscar De La Hoya, said Manny Pacquiao would have beat me because he got stopped by him. He said, look, I would have fucked you up, Pacquiao, and whoever. Bud was savage mode, bro. He said Manny, he tagged Oscar and Manny. He said, yo, Oscar says Manny would have beat me because he got stopped by him. He said, look, I would have fucked you, Pacquiao, and whoever you thought would have beat me the fuck up. He said, just because I'm responsible don't mean shit. Man, that's crazy. That's funny, bro. That's funny. He forgot how he got that to make the 50 mil. No, he didn't. How he made the 50 mil, he fought for 36 minutes after having a whole training camp, spent a good bulk of his time acclimating up to that 168-pound division. He made weight, and then he went in there and fought a 12-round fight with Canelo Alvarez, you know what I mean, the undisputed guy, and he beat him convincingly. That's how he made the money. However much money he made, that's how he made it. He didn't make it because Mauricio put him in position to do it. That's not how that happened. The WBC belt is not the reason he made that money. I don't even understand that quote, what he trying to say, because they're not the reason he made that money. He wasn't fighting Canelo Alvarez. There wouldn't even be no reports about him making this kind of money. Real talk. And we know what that is. And I ain't in his pockets. I hope he made more than that, low key. Swear I do. I hope he made more than that. I'm not no hater. I want to see him win. This is one of the most decorated and absolute most skilled, consistent guys in the sport. I'm not about to judge a guy more on personality that I know nothing about more than what I can see in the ring. I don't know him personally. And the people that do, they say he's solid. If you ever been around, like I said, Bud, the kind of guy that you see at a fight, and he's just so like down to earth, he blend in amongst the people. You'll look over and it'd be Bud Crawford there the whole time. You didn't even realize this shit because he just be amongst the people. I don't know. I feel like, and then it ain't like you can walk up to him, say what's up, take a picture. Like, so I don't know what the hate be for him. I like the guy, man. And I've had fun watching him through the years, man. Oh, he said that was a 12-round savage thrasher. You already know. Lace, what's good with it, homie? But yeah, man, that's how he got that money. You know what I mean? Shout out to Charlie, man. What's good? Double tap the screen, hit the like button, man, as y'all roll in, man. I don't know, they ain't sending notifications out. People can't find the live, all types of stuff. But we're going to just keep pushing. We don't even care. We care, but we don't care. You get me? Bud be at the gym in Houston playing ping pong. Real, you get what I'm saying? Just amongst the folks, man, out there helping one of the best young fighters in the game continue to grow and be better, be the best version of himself. You gotta like it. The man paying it forward. I think it's a lot of like. None of these dudes perfect, and I'm not looking for any of them to be perfect, but I'm just saying fight to fight throughout the years. It's a lot of consistency, a lot of ass whooping. And I hope he make every penny he looking to make. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? He take challenges and he dusts these guys off and he continue to get written off. But I mean, that shit ain't working. He's still here. Yeah, man. They milked that. Yeah, I always felt like he would have beat Pacquiao. Said these MFs be in your face when they see you, but be hating because you're doing something they couldn't do. I'll be happy for the generation after me to do big things. That's a fact. But it's a lot of fighters that came before me that be hating on the younger fighters. That is a fact. And he always amongst the youngest helping out. GHB, my guy. I'm a spirit, gang. That's my guy right there. What's good with it, fam? Big Drew, Bud took the belt and ran off on the plug. You feel me? I'm glad he did it, though. Ran off on the plug, trying and told Mauricio to slap himself. Hell wrong with you. It's only 300K. 300K, you ain't earn it, yo. Like, matter of fact, they should have to do a round of boxing, man, or one round for that 300. He could make it 3 minutes with Bud. He could get it. You know what I mean? What that 300 back Bud said, make it enough. And if it ain't, you can't make it enough, then get it back in blood. and then he flexed out on you with all the belts. You know what I'm saying? In the case, I'm with it. I'm with him, bro. Like, I'm with him. Sorry, I'm all for money going to help fighters of yesteryear, like I said. But I got a big question: is how effective is that really? Because if I go back and do the research, there's tons of stories that you could find where guys are not good, and I'm trying to understand, like, in terms of helping, who does that apply to? Like, you would have thought it was the guys that, you get what I'm saying? It might not be in the best situation today because they dedicated everything to the sport. They was blood and guts. They was all about legacy, right? And now, you know what I'm saying? Dudes scramble brains and all types of shit. So I don't know, man. Like, you got guys out here that you actively endorsing guys that's popping for PEDs and allowing them to fight for your belt. But then when you don't get the bread for the belt, you're going to making videos. Now you need to be making videos and making sure that the entire world understands why in the hell that you're allowing Subriel and Matias to still fight. And I get it, the threshold, that's what they're going to say. But at the end of the day, what are we doing? That shit is making things confusing. Banned substance is a banned substance. You got to do something about it. So you should have come out and, you know what I mean, try to provide an explanation to a degree that could make people understand to some kind of way as to why that's going. But you're not going to do that. You're going to complain about Bud. You're going to talk about, you're going to pocket watch him. You're going to say how much money he did or didn't make. You're going to say what you only wanted this much. Nah, we only want to know why Subriel and Matias still fighting. We only want to know why you put a fake ban on Ryan Garcia just to let him fight. Like, this is the shit people want to know stuff. We don't really care what your split was. We wasn't asking that. And that's when I start looking at it funny. You notice they invite information that you're not asking for. We not looking, we don't care. All right, you stripped him, you pay the sanction fees, cool. I'm good with that. You ain't got to break down the percentage, talk about his money, how much he did or didn't make. Like Buzz said, you're speculating, man. Speculating. And maybe that's why you wanted something that the rest of the guys didn't want. And that's crazy. Buzz saying that. Everybody else, I paid everybody else and they cool. I'm thinking he completely skipped out. And nah, he like, bro, you asking for more. He wanted that little See what Frank Martin started? Frank Martin got asked for that. See what Frank Martin's Tank started? Man, Frank wanted that little with Shakur, man. He didn't get it. Tank gave him the little Now everybody want the little man. Know what I'm saying? That now you got Mauricio looking for his little, you know? I mean, nah, man. Y'all foul, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button, man. Damon was good with it. No integrity whatsoever. I mean, it's definitely in question. He's definitely made some very questionable moves, Damon, where you would look at it and say, man, I don't know, G. I don't know. So it is what it is, man. I'm riding with the fighter, though. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he made it clear that it's for the fighters. That's the whole reason you mad, or your check wasn't as big as you thought it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You thought the check was going to be for 40 and it was only for half a week, huh? Well, you know what I'm saying? He thought he was getting the 40 hours with the overtime. You know what I'm saying? Buzz said, he wasn't with me sweating in the gym. Guess you gets nothing. You gets nothing. You know what I mean? Mauricio want that Tom Ford fragrance. I'm telling you, Buzz said, not on my dime, G. Not on my dime. You know what I'm saying? But he went in, man. He said, I respect, man. He don't get it twisted, but he's been knocked out more than once. You know boxing, then you know he would have had to take a lot of chances with me, and I'm definitely not the one to chance with. If you know what you're watching, just ask his coach. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's real. He would have had to take chances against Bud, and I always thought Bud would have beat him. I do. I really do. It's the reason they stayed away from me so long till they couldn't anymore. He said, I've been a problem since day one and they knew it. I'm the one they told y'all to stay away from. Bud was going in, bro. I love it. Bud, savagery, Bud just going in. Like, man, I'm tired of all y'all talking now. How many times Canelo fight in the stadium again? How many people attend with the other fighters again? Sells his shit out. He said if he sells his shit out on his own, why he couldn't do it? Well, who? Hold on. What that said? Said why he couldn't do it with anyone else before me? Ah, man, look, Crawford in his bag. Said now I was on steroids saying that to a person that doesn't even like taking Tylenol multivitamins. Man. Damn, he said MF could check me any time of the year, wouldn't find anything in my system but water, pop, and candy. I'm with you. I believe it, bud. Think about all of what he went through. They were saying the man was on steroids. And now they mad. Nah, he stuck it to boxing. Bob Arum, he got it all from Bob Arum. Got paid. Bob didn't give him the fights, so he got paid. Got away from him, went and made the fights without him. And now he's sitting pretty at the top of boxing. And with the world at his feet and with people, I don't see how with that much consistency for people that really enjoy the sport, it's like, damn, man, that's hard to do. That's hard to do. Generational, you know what I mean? I don't like his personality, but it's a hell of a fighter. That's what I know. Marius was good. He said, Usyk, water popping, red 40. Said it's so crazy to say y'all never got to see me at my full potential because nobody brought it out of me because I was knocking him out. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. You want the Canelo rematch? He was injured going into the fight. He said, me too. So I'd be paying homage to the ones before me, but Mayweather, the only one that would have gave me problems because his mind. And I'm done talking about it. Go argue with your mama. That's what else he had said. Bud did say that. He did say, but Floyd was the only one that would have gave him problems. You know what I'm saying? He did say that. And I listen, I already felt that way. Floyd is a special breed, man. Generational talent versus generational talent, man. You know what I mean? Made the best man win. Would have been a crazy fight if they could have ever fought, though. Crazy. Shout out to Bud, man. Hope he do get the money he's looking for. Whatever the hell that is, go get your bread and move on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Parents knocked out, and after the loss to Floyd Morales and others, you imagine Jack. Yeah, I don't know what you talking about. Crawford got nothing left to prove. Nah, it's just icing on the cake at this point. Yeah, whoever he fighting, he probably gonna beat on their ass briefly. Imagine what Bud would have did to Manny at 47. Yeah, that would have been ugly, I think. Yeah. Big Drew, yeah, they don't like to see people winning. I don't understand though. It's one of the ones though. You know what I'm saying? Of the people, of the community, pay it forward. Look out for the folks around them, right? I don't see the big issue. Just want to see him keep winning. So hopefully, you know, he decide what he aiming to do, and we able to see it. You know, because he been not having nothing to prove for a while, but I mean. Stamped himself in a different space with the Canelo fight. You know what I mean? Beating Canelo the way he did and timing, like couldn't have been better. So everything else, he playing with house money. You could add some more legacy to the mix. You know what I mean? Oh, the Manny comment. But did all that. He was up there with Ali and Bud special. So we'll see, man. I'm not a guy that don't feel like he don't deserve his money. Shit, if Canelo could run around making X amount of dollars or tens of millions to fight who he want, shit, why can't Bud? That's how I see it. You know? So I like the rant. I like his rant of the day, but they saying he $100 million Bud. They saying Bud want that hundo. Beevil and better be rematch. Hell no. I meet Marius. I don't want to see that again. Seen it twice already. I definitely don't want to see it a third time. That man made it free for the youth to use his gym, but it's for the kids. That's real, bro. That's real. Ali went to jail for his views now. Slow down, grass. I said now Ali went to jail for his views. That must be somebody else. Bud Crawford, face of boxing. How they hate that, bro. They don't want to hear that. That $100 million can't tell them none. I'm telling you, Big Drew, they like, man, you don't deserve it. You ain't fight nobody. 100 million for who? Who you gonna make 100 million to fight? Ain't nobody for him to make 100 million. Shut up, man. Shut up. We don't know that. Just let it happen. He deserved it. He took it to Canelo. He ran them punches upside his head all night, like he said. And now they pissed off, man. They pissed off. Let's keep building though, man. I got something else I'm gonna play, man. I got this Lamont Roach joint that I wanted to listen to, man. Where he went on with Andre Ward and them. He want that hundo, yeah. He want that hundo. Honey bun. Get that man paid. You know what I'm saying? Pay that man. Well, let's get to it, man. Lamont Roach he did a Breakfast Club interview not too long ago, too. Some hours ago, but we're gonna go with the one with Roy and Ward, man. I like those dudes' work. Roy and Ward out here doing the people's work, that good work of the people, man. Blaze, what it do, homie? Let's get to this, man. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Yeah, we was just chopping it up about his live. Yes, sir. We synced it. You know what I mean? We synced it. Bug got them folks pissed off, man. I loved all the stuff that he said in that, though. I do. I love every bit of it. Talk your stuff, man. Piss them off because he got the word. They mad. They mad, man. They don't want that man to get that bread. They like, he don't deserve it. He ain't got nobody to fight. He don't deserve. Who he gonna fight to just $5 million? Like they just.
My man Andre Ward. We two Hall of Famers will bring y'all.
Yeah, we got to listen to this. I like this. This was a good one.
Man, we got a young man who has been on fire all year. I feel like this has been the longest year for you, Lamont. I mean, you done had one headline after the next. You're fighting Isaac Cruz in San Antonio. It looks like, from what I see, training camp has been going well. I know it's always something going on in camp, but you look like you prime and ready and you excited about this fight, man. We want to welcome you and tell me how training camp has been going thus far.
Man, thanks for having me. Training camp's been good, man.
Fight week 2, y'all. So that's another reason I wanted to play this because, you know, you got a fight coming up, man. Pitbull got to throw down, y'all. They got to throw hands. So I want to see this. Okay, it's gonna be a great fight, I believe.
I'm definitely in the swing of things, and I want to say in the prime of camp. You know that feeling when you right there. That's how I'm feeling right now, for sure.
Nice. Man, I used to be in camp my camps used to be 7 weeks, 6 weeks of training and a week of the fight, and I used to get right around that 5th week, and I'm like, I call home and tell my wife, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to get that check. Like I've been writing nothing but checks all camp. I'm paying sparring partners. I'm paying cook. I'm paying this one, that one. I'm ready to recoup and get my money back, man. Is that where you at right now?
Man, that's a fact. I can't wait to go in there and put hands on old boy so I can just be like, all right, all this shit was worth it.
Yeah. Man, you've had a long year, man. You fought a fight.
Man, being a boxer is expensive, especially when you're trying to operate at the highest level. That's why I like the fact that Ward touched on that. That's the stuff that people don't take into consideration, bro. And then you got the nerve to tell somebody what they don't deserve, with all the work that goes into this shit. That one night's of work. You talking about training. Imagine training for months at a time for one night of work to get paid, right? Imagine that. That's a lot of work being put in, a lot of wear and tear in the body. It's tough telling somebody what they don't deserve and what they shouldn't get. Tough.
Against Gervonta Davis earlier in the year in Brooklyn, that a lot of people, the way you fought, a lot of people didn't expect you to fight that way. And Gervonta seemed like he might want the rematch. He might not want the rematch, but you were always ready for the rematch. It was a controversial moment in the fight that really changed the decision in the fight. Gervonta Davis took a voluntary knee. That's not something you do. This ain't sparring. This is a real fight. And the referee didn't call it a knockdown. That could have been a difference maker. That would have been a difference maker in that fight. Naturally is going to cause people to want to see it again. Why didn't that fight happen? Even though I know it's a long answer.
Just to sum it all up, I mean, it ain't happened because they didn't want it to happen, and I'm gonna say they didn't want it to happen because they was gonna be at risk of having a blemish on their record, straight up.
Well, you came up from 130 to 135 to fight Gervonta, and now you just going straight up. You're fighting fighting 140 to fight Pitbull. How are you acclimating to that weight at 140? And how's it settling on you? Is it going to be a little difficult to really try to build some good strength at that weight? Or you think you're going to be good?
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't know if y'all seen like some of the photos and stuff like that been floating around now. Everybody calling me a weight bully and said I should have been moved up and all this and all that. And it helps that Pitbull is not the tallest and the biggest 142. So it's cool. 140 I'll definitely be extra strong. It's not like I still have to lose a little weight, but it's something that is calculated to how my strength training goes and how my weight cutting goes, and it's just going to play a big factor in the fight for sure, especially down the stretch if it goes down the stretch.
Okay. So like I said, with this fight here, you guys are fighting over in San Antonio, Texas, and most likely it's going to be a pro-Mexican crowd. Is that something that you think about as well, or you just fully focus on trying to just handle business? You just going to try to block everything else out. Nothing else matters. You got to go in there and just handle business against Pitbull at that point.
I mean, look at my last fight, man. Pro-Tank crowd, a superstar, and you know what I'm saying? I fought against a superstar who is known around not only in the game but to casuals and to people who are unfamiliar with boxing too. So everybody that ain't my people is there for him. You know what I'm saying? So and it was sold out, 20,000 people. So that's a big thing. And, but to me, I don't let that stuff get to me. We can fight in a phone booth, bro. We can fight as long as it got 4 posts. We can fight in there. It could be in a cardboard box, whatever it is. I mean, it's just me and him in there.
That's it.
Man, there was some talks about Shakur Stevenson, and then that pivoted to Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Why? How did that happen?
So, I mean, cut and dry, me and Shakur, you know how Shakur is. Shakur is super competitive. Shakur wants to show that he's the best. And, I fought a guy who was considered the best at our weight class. That outcome kind of, put a lot of mix in the air. And a lot of people were probably calling for that fight for me and Shakur. Me and Shakur actually talked, directly to each other and was like, we can rumble if, if it presents itself. And
as far as I think everybody, the only thing, I take what Lamont say into account because I understand like both sides got their point, right? You got Tank. Well, felt like, remember, you didn't win the fight, right? It was a draw, so he technically didn't have to fight you, and he chose not to. But if you Lamont Roach, you already pretty much, we had a date and everything, so in his mind, you didn't want the fight. You didn't take it. He was taking a different fight. So that's all. I think it's the way things materialize. And truth be told, when it comes to that fight, obviously you don't anticipate having no draw. They anticipated winning. So I think in Tank's mind, that fight potentially was already lined up, right, for him. And figure strike while the iron hot. You know what I mean? Don't put that fight off with all that money on the line. So that's why I understand it on both sides. I understand Lamont because he felt like already he should have got the win, right? It's a lot of people that felt like that. He didn't get it. So the least you could do is honor the rematch that you said we was going to have. So I understand his point. Do I think Tank ducked him? I'm not with that. I don't push duck narratives. He just chose to make a business decision, and that's what that was. It was about the money. So I understand Tank because I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean, if most people, maybe not everybody, but most damn near most people would have been in that same situation, they would have took it too. You know what I'm saying? It's just an opportunity to make some money that you ain't gonna make nowhere else.
was like, for sure, like, let's do it for the fans. And, because I've been familiar with Shakur. Been cool with Shakur since I don't know how long. For years since he was an amateur. So, and since we were amateurs, actually, I met Shakur when I was probably like 15. So, it's just respect there. It's just like, all right, you feel like you're the best 135 pounder. I feel like I'm the best 135 pounder. Let's give the fans a show and let's, put it together. And, we break bread at the end of the day. So he was like, they got T.O. on the table for me. So if T.O. doesn't happen, we can fight for sure. And I was always going to fight this year anyway. And Shakur wasn't going to fight this year. So I was going to fight a fight and then end up fighting Shakur in at the top of 2026. So that was.
And look, I hear you, Zoom. Look, I get where you're going with it, 100%. But again, I just think context is important. Like we definitely heard him say it. I heard him say it. The guy was in his locker room, all that. I heard him saying the Roach fight wouldn't be next. But the thing is, after that press conference was the date and all of that. Remember he was saying he going, activate the rematch clause, and he said it could be soon too. Remember, it was like some back and forth going on, and then it looked like that's what was coming. And then when that date fell apart, right? Now it was like, all right, he scrapped it and went and did the Jake thing. So that's all. I get what you're saying, 100%. But that's all. He said that, but then it's still the direction was leading to them having their fight, and then the date fell out. Then he, obviously moved on and went to Jake. So I truly understand both sides. I don't think, nobody's like wrong for feeling how they feel, because you can't tell a guy in tank shoes not to make money when that's one of the reasons why he told you he was in the sport. And then you put the carrot right in front of his face, and you think he's not supposed to take it when he's saying this is why he do this shit. You get me? So I understand it. I just feel Lamont too on his side, because he's a guy that felt like he didn't even get a fair shake during the fight. So he should have at least been able to get the rematch. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep rocking, man. Let's keep going.
That was the whole thing. He took the T.O. route, which respectfully, is probably is more of a bigger fight and more money. So I respect that.
Yeah, I think I like that too, Dre, man. When it comes to a lot of the young fighters now, I mean, they're making those phone calls. They're making those phone calls. And you know what I mean? They're having these conversations, with some of these potential opponents. And they're working out these deals somewhat, right there on the phone. You know what I mean? They're trying to get it done just to try to skip through all of the other, BS that happens, behind the scenes that we don't see. Yes, that's a fact. I really like that, man.
Because it's a lot of hearsay that goes on. And, if you got a good team, they relaying the right messages and they telling you the truth. But you never know what's being said a lot of times, or if something is left out. But that's powerful, man. That's how a lot of fights were made back in the day, man. Cats that just, dudes that really know each other. It'd be sparring partners. Hey, man, I want to give you a shot. So I really like that when I heard y'all was talking, or how, Bud and Spence made the fight. I love that kind of stuff because the fighter is the boss. I don't care what nobody say. People don't like to hear that. If I don't fight, nobody eats. So I'm the head of this. I got a good team. I need my team. But every now and again, I'm going to flex that muscle and pick up the phone and try to get something done.
What you should do.
And see, I love that. I love hearing it from a first ballot Hall of Fame type guy like Ward. Because I've been saying that. That's the new way. I felt like a lot of people should have learned from Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Why am I saying that? Because when it comes to the biggest fight possible, they had to do things that they never had to do to make any other fight. Sit down, talk to each other, get on the phone. They ain't had to do that with no other fight to negotiate it. But sometimes to get what you really want, you're going to have to do some stuff that you never had to do before, right? And both Bud and Spence was willing to do it, and they got it done. And that's why I was saying I felt like that should have set a standard moving forward for, if you really want to fight, then because I truly believe they did everything in their power to make it. And, we all know what Earl sacrificed. So he made concessions, like they met in the middle, however you want to look at it. They got on the same page so the fight could be made. And the reason I think that was able to happen is because they talk to each other, right? Communication. And I think that's real, man. Sometimes, if you want something that the people don't want, you got to go outside of your people. You know what I'm saying? You got to go about it a different way. I just appreciate it. And I like the fact that him and Shakur had conversation with each other so they can discuss potentially fighting each other next. That'll be a good fight. That's why I say the Tank rematch not happening. It's not the end of the world. All right, it didn't happen. Cool. No cry over spilled milk. You just move on. Now Lamont Roach fighting Pitbull this weekend. Another good fight. While Tank sorting out his situation, you know what I mean? Boxing is still doing what it's doing. Lamont Roach, because of the Tank Davis fight, got the Pitbull Cruz opportunity, right? He beats Pitbull Cruz, put himself in position for another good fight. That's why I said fighting Tank sometimes is like the gift that keep on giving. Even though he didn't get the rematch and didn't get the official win, right? And it was a draw, he still get to go on to make bigger fights, or not so much big fights, meaningful fights, and put himself in position. He still got a legacy to build, like he said. So it's just all about moving forward, right? It's nothing you could do about the past. Can't cry over spilled milk. PBC, he said it out his own mouth. They made things right. They got him to fight. Pretty sure he's making some good money, and he has an opportunity to be a main event on pay-per-view again. And it's very close. Nothing is a Tank fight, but at least he gets to stay on pay-per-view, right? Be a main event headline, right? And challenge somebody that Tank fought. And if he's able to beat that guy, like I said, it's bigger fights for him, man.
What's the vibe like back home, man, in that DMV, man? I hear that if you're not from the DMV, if you're from the DMV, you don't say the DMV, but you know that area, that region with you and Gervonta, are people talking like, man, why dude ain't take the fight, man, and he try to do Jake Paul, and then that don't happen? What's the conversation around you, around his name right now back home?
That's all I hear, for real. Especially if I haven't seen somebody, like, you know, or somebody's their first time seeing me since the fight or whatever the case may be. If I'm out in public or whatever the case it is, like, they're gonna be like, oh, why Tank ducking? That's the thing I heard the most since March. Oh, Tank ducking, he should have gave you that rematch, or he should have did this, he should have did that, or why he ducking you? That's all I hear when it comes to, like, you know, that conversation. Some people ask me if fight probably gonna happen in the future or stuff like that, or why he fight Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in camp since the whole fallout with that fight has happened too. So I really don't hear much about it no more.
Let me say this, Bert. I'm gonna let you get one in.
And look, I feel Lamont like he over it, and people acting like he's doing or saying anything wrong. He has a side too. He don't have to be completely in line with Tank wanting to go make money, right? That don't make him a bad guy, right? He ain't dissing him, right? Of course, he gonna take shots here or there because, you know, he gonna have to pay sparring partners, cancel a camp, all types of shit. So he has a side too where he coming from, and I could respect it on both sides, man. You got two men that ultimately had different plans. Lamont Roach was all in on the rematch. I think Tank was in on the rematch, but I think it was harder for him to be all in and fully committed to the rematch in the way that Lamont Roach was, not because he's scared, because he had a real fight, a big-ass fight. I want to say real fight, a big-ass fight with so much money on the table. It's like, what do you do? It's a no-brainer. You're talking about generational wealth with one money. Well, I mean, with one fight. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's no surprise why he took it. Like, fans asking that, I don't know what the answer they're looking for, but it's obvious. Like, that much money on the table, bro, are you crazy? You'd be crazy not to take it. Say you go fight Lamont Roach straight back in the rematch. Say you lose, and then Lamont Roach move on, or Jake Paul move on and don't fight you. Anything can happen. What I'm saying is there's no tomorrows. Tomorrow is not promised in boxing. So you got to get it while the getting is good, man. Strike while the iron is hot. And I think that's what Tank Davis was doing. I think he thought about the rematch. I think he was even, willing to go ahead and do it. But, at the end of the day, when you seen that other opportunity, you like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a guy that's seemingly counting your days until you retire in boxing. It's in pride. What it do, fam? How you feeling? Serrata TV say Pitt sleeping him. He gonna run all fight. Serrata TV, can you name me the fight that Lamont Roach fought where he ran all night that I could go back and watch it that would show me it suggests that he's gonna do this against Pitbull? Lamont Roach ain't no runner. He's never ran from somebody in a fight. You get what I'm saying? Why should it be any different against Pitbull? But what he's going to do is box. I believe if he's smart, you box him, you turn him, and you box his ass because he struggles with guys that can box effectively. You know what I'm saying? And stay smart behind the jab. You know what I mean? And obviously, you're going to have to be able to deal with some pressure, but my Roach ain't doing no running, bro. He ain't never ran in no fight. You get what I'm saying? And it's not his job to stand there and make it easy for Pitbull.
It's the last one on Javante because I know
Pitbull would love nothing more for Lamont Roach to stand there and trade and just slug it out, because that gives Pitbull his best chance, right? That's how he fights more times than not. Lamont Roach is a boxer. You know what I'm saying? That a smart boxer too, a crafty guy in there. And I think after that experience with Tank, man, you take that into a fight like this and you box him. You know what I'm saying? You box his ass. That's all.
He's not who you fighting, but I'm just curious because y'all know each other, and y'all came up together. Like, do you think with Javante is a tough fighter? Like, if you know his background, not just where he came from. I don't always put too much stock on where dude came from, because I done seen dudes from the suburbs that fight to the death, and I done seen dudes from the hood that turn. So it ain't always about where you came from. But Javante's proven himself in the ring, the toughness and all the stuff throughout the years. What do you think he is now? Because some people say he don't love boxing no more. Some people say he didn't got too much money. It's a lot of reasons why people think he's making the moves that he's making, and he's not trying to get a championship, or he's not trying to prove that he's the best in a particular weight class. What's your take on
that? Shit. My take is what he say out his mouth, verbatim, for real. Like, I think more people should start listening to like the things he actually says and taking it at face value. For instance, like he said that he not in it for championships. He said that out of his own mouth. So, you know, that's it's not like it's me trying to think about something outside of that, even though it might be something deeper. I'm not going to be the one to explore that. Like he said it out of his own mouth.
I like that.
When he said that he might be done with boxing, I believe him. When he said that he wasn't going to rematch me, I believed him. And guys see that. You know what I'm saying?
I know, dude.
That's a fact. Like, you know, after he, you know, screwed up the whole rematch thing, like, and went the Jake Paul route, and he got to run his mouth on social media. Like, you got to take what he actually puts out there and apply it. Like, you know, like, he was for real. Like, it's not going to, you know, so I really do believe.
Here's a question. If you walked into a stash house full of $20 million.
Yeah, and I understand that. I've said that as much myself, man, not just with Tank, but with all fighters. And sometimes you just got to listen to the fighter if you want the answers, man. You pay attention to what they say, but not just what they say, what they do as well. And the context surrounded around what they're saying, right? When they're elaborating or articulating themselves on certain points, you gotta take heed to what the fighter is saying. And that's why I said I'm a more of a supporter of Tank than a lot of these guys. They just super fanned out. I'm a real supporter. I listen to the guy, watch the interviews, when the guy's consistently speaking about retirement and therapy and different pockets amongst this space. You start to realize, like, yeah, man, it's some validity to what he's saying. When you see the body language is a little more turned off, right? Looking like, I could be doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes the writing is on the wall, even with the situation that he finds himself in now, with any of that being a possible factor, like your mind could be somewhere else is what I'm saying. Not justifying anything you accused of or whatever that may be, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need that reset. You need that break. You need some time off, man. And who's to say if he's tired or not? Like I said all this time, man, he's been fighting since 5-6 years old, all the way up in the 30s, 20-something plus years, getting punched in the head, putting your body through rigorous training camps to make weight and taking punishment and different things like that, right? That shit can have a toll on you. Then when you think about all the stuff that comes with being this quote-unquote face of boxing or that celebrity that he is, think about it, he can't even go nowhere normal and just chill. And I know people say, well, that's what you signed up for and that's what come with it. True indeed to an extent, but still in all, that don't stop him from wanting his space, his freedom, and his privacy and shit like that, man. He's still a human, you know what I'm saying? So I heard him loud and clear, and if he never fight again, I wouldn't be mad at him. But if he come back, I damn sure won't be mad neither, Tank. Get your mind right, situation in order. You got some real people that is rocking with you.
how much would you steal?
That's the question Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have to answer in Netflix's new movie, The Rip. They play a team of Miami cops alongside Tiana Taylor, Steven Yeun, Catalina Sandino Moreno.
Threshold and be like, all right, Lamont Roach is stepping into his part of his career where he's either the front runner to be the next American superstar or one of them. So that's where I am right now. It's my second headliner in a row for pay-per-view, which is a big deal. I don't care, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people aren't doing that, and a lot of people haven't done that.
Facts. And just that quick, Lamont Roach finds itself, like I said, in back-to-back pay-per-views. So a lot of people ain't even got to that position. So he's making the most out of his situation. If he felt like he got dealt a shitty hand with the outcome of the Tank fight, now he's making the most out of that situation, right? With this fight, he got to get through it. He got to win it. But this is the first step in that direction, man. Headline, don't just headline. Go out there and put belt the ass on Pitbull. You know what I'm saying? Make a statement. You ain't got to knock him out to make a statement, but put belt the ass on him. You know what I'm saying? Beat him convincingly, dominate him even, right? And people going to respect it. They're going to rock with it, and you're going to be off to your next big opportunity.
Even though it's not fighting for a full world title, I'm fighting for an interim world championship in another weight class. After coming off a performance fighting for another world title, this is my fourth or fifth world title fight in a row. My last 3 title fights were in 3 different weight classes. So, that's me, like, you know what I'm saying, stepping into what I put out there in the world, what I set my goals to be, and for sure I'm going to attack them, and I'm going to get it done.
What you think about Cruz? I
mean, yeah, I feel you, Damien. Even champion in recess, whatever they need to so people could shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Make his ass a champion in recess, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have that conversation maybe tomorrow, a different day though, for sure. But we're gonna talk about it. And 10 gets 9 months to defend his belt. So it's the Roach fight, so he still has time before they can strip him. Absolutely, Al Booker. Absolutely.
Very durable, low to the ground, like you said, and he gonna bring. He take a good shot. He dishes a good shot. Giving us what you can give us. What's really the game plan? What's the way you gonna attack this man?
First of all, with my brain, it's in my IQ. It's a lot of ways that I can go into this fight rather than one style. We know he has one style, and I can attack him from all angles. I can mix it up and bully him at his game too. I think the fact that I'm so versatile would automatically be frustrating. If you looked at his fights with movement, he has problems with that. So, that's nothing for me to do that. But my thing is, I'm going to put everything together to where it's a spectacular fight, fan-friendly fight. But at the end of the day, I'm getting the job done. So that's and whatever way I have to do it to make it go as smooth as possible and exciting for the fans. That's what I'm gonna do.
I like what y'all got going on, man, in Tampa. I like the setup. It kind of looked like something out of a movie, bro. Like I
gotta pull up.
Yeah, you got everything is set up. Like it doesn't look like a normal gym. You know what I'm saying? But you got your weights off to the side. You got the ring. I just like how it look. I like the setup. And then, man, after hours, you be twitching a lot. So normally they say, a fighter's supposed to be locked in. You can't be doing that. Like, tell me about the twitching and going live. Like, you really be getting ready to lead the gym. Like, yo, I'm twitching at this time. I'm about to go on right now. This ain't camp. That don't distract you. Pops don't be having nothing to say about that.
I see headphones, man. That's some Twitch headphones.
Yeah, man. These some.
He official.
They told me I had to get some headphones like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty much new to the Twitch community, so but they like it. They like it. It's a lot of engagement, and like y'all know how it go when you get out the gym, and then next thing you know, you going to the crib, you gonna eat, and then what you gonna do? read a book. You're gonna go lay down. You're gonna do something. You're gonna turn on the show.
This weekend in Pride.
If I have a platform where I can connect with people that support me, that's a little different. And they be wanting me to stream. So if I get like a cool hour in, that's cool. Yeah, they be like, when you going live? I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been as consistent as I was before. When I first got on there, that joint was jumping. I'm like, I couldn't believe that people would sit on the. I couldn't believe that people would sit and like watch me stream. So I was just like, damn, like this something different. So. You know, I take my time out to do certain things for them because it's like, all right, you know, you have your fans and the support you see online and stuff like that, but this is really like engaging with the fans that really don't engage.
You say lost to Jamel Herring like that man wasn't a whole champion.
With like, you don't sit there and respond to every tweet, every comment, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. But these people take the time out of their day to come log in to watch you do whatever you're doing and want to talk to you. So I'll be like, damn, like they gonna do this for me? I give them 30 minutes. I give them an hour. That's cool. So it's cool, and then it's just like you got this little army of people. You can name it and all that. Like you can name your army and everything like that, man. My community is called the Grave Diggers. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. Like I want to shout out my Twitch community, man. All the Grave Diggers.
Shout them out right now, man.
Everybody can support me, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm rocking with y'all. Pitbull gonna pay for what that they took away from y'all. I'm telling you right now.
No, I think it's dope, man, because like I said, you're able to show your personality. You'll be able to, definitely connect with your fans. As long as it's not, distracting you from the main thing. You understand what I'm saying? I think sometimes we can have a fight coming up and we can be too ingrained into the fight. Sometimes we're going to need something to release that and just to try to relax a little bit and to do some things that really make us happy in camp instead of just always sitting there just
for sure.
My bad. Improv.
It's all about comfortability.
Like as long as you're comfortable doing it, and you know it's not distracting you or doing it, and that's something that you enjoy. You know what I mean? Cause that's one thing. You want to try to be happy while you're in camp, because we know that's not a happy place at all. You know?
I'm telling you, all you gotta do, if he can deal with the pressure, he gonna beat him. Pitbull don't use his jab a lot. It's not. I ain't saying it's easy to deal with, but a guy with Lamont Roach's IQ and skill level, he should be able to outbox this dude. I'm dead serious. The only thing that got me, is that he's he was talking this knockout stuff. It had me feeling like, damn, how you about to try to fight him, man? How you bombing? You know what I'm saying? How you about to, you know what I mean? What you doing, G? What the hell you doing? I mean, Teach, what's good, homie? How you feeling? I mean, how you coming, G? But we gonna see, man. It's gonna be close due to the body. Nobody taking a step back. I think he can box, turn him, step around him and shit like that. Take advantage of the fact that this dude load up with shots and he don't be utilizing the jab, set shit up behind the jab, just be trying to walk straight to you and let it fly. And Lamont Roach should be too smart and sharp for that, in my opinion.
I mean,
anything can happen. I think Pitbull had moments. But
so I got a question for you, Lamont.
And he not,
like I said, this fight is going to be at 100.
Pitbull, he got Rolly. What's that at 40? But still, he not no 40-pounder for real. He not no 40-pounder for real. Angel Fierro was putting some hands on Pitbull
40 pounds. And I believe if you win this fight, you're going to be mandatory for WBC at 140. Look at him. Look at his face. He's like this. Are there any other big names that you're looking for that you want to try to make happen?
One opportunity, one big opportunity leads to the next couple.
So, y'all know it's crazy. I know y'all seen it. Subriel Matias got popped for Osterine.
Yep.
So if his B sample doesn't come back, guilty until proven innocent. So if his B sample don't come back clean, who knows if Pitbull won't get elevated to full world champion.
When are you going to be able to find that out?
Who knows? I don't know. We haven't talked to Mauricio or anything like that. But
that'll probably be after the fight, though.
You think so?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Because it's so soon. I get it.
Yeah.
Because the fight's still going on. That's the thing. So if Matias win, then and you beat a mandatory for that title, he already said he willing to fight Matias. That's what I'm saying. And this would be really dope. This is the dope thing about boxing. Roach would have went from a guy that was good, overlooked, underrated, little slept on, right, to fighting Tank, to getting a pit bull fight, to possibly fighting for a title at 140. Come on, man. One good opportunity, you make the most out of it. That's why I root for these dudes, man. Make the most out of your opportunities, just like Tank was trying to maximize his bag with that Jake Paul fight. Ain't no confusion there. Get your bag, young man. Get your money.
Maybe the week of y'all fight. Y'all may get the news the week of your fight.
Yeah. So that's one thing. But we was always looking at the landscape at 140, especially when we decided to take this fight. And it was like, all right, you got Subriel, Matias. If we didn't get that matchup with Shakur, because you know how doors open, and with with boxing, it could go one way or the other. Especially when nothing's not in writing.
Mm-hmm.
If that doesn't go that way, then of course we're looking at Subriel because we're right in line for it, and we're gonna press the issue. We're gonna be like, hey, look, we're the interim champion. We want to fight. Give us a time frame, a timeline, and we'll go from there. I really like the fight with Gary Antoine Russell at 140 as well.
DC.
Yeah,
talk about
it. I really like that fight.
Have y'all sparred before?
I really like that fight. Oh, when we was kids, yes.
All the time. Y'all fought before? Y'all fought before?
Hey, we never fought before. Let's get that. We never fought. We're in the same area.
That's what I'm saying.
1 year apart.
I hear what you're saying without you saying it.
You know what I mean? You, Russell. You know what I mean? You got Tank, you got all these guys in that same vicinity. I know it has to be some tension somewhere in there.
We matched up in the USA National Championship, like in the same bracket. 2013. I won a championship. He ain't make it to the championship. I won the championship, and I got outstanding fighter too. I actually beat the guy who beat him like a rag doll.
Wow. He threw the rag doll.
Just to let y'all know. I got outstanding fighter that year.
Man, okay, I want to see that fight, bro. I love them neighborhood, same area type of situations, man. Fighters just fight a little bit different. It's a little bit more on the table. It ain't just money. It's not just a belt. Yeah, it's just different for sure. Yeah, especially when y'all come from that area.
Yeah, for sure.
It's already gritty in that area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, just the level is the fighters that come from that area. Yeah, you got to respect it, man, bro. We appreciate you taking some time out, man. You know, I know you believe you're gonna win, of course, but what are we in store for December 6th? It's a packed card. What are you gonna bring to that card come fight night?
You know what I'm gonna bring to the card? I'm gonna give y'all the reason why I'm headlining the main event again. It's going to be pizzazz. It's going to be a masterclass of boxing on my end. It's going to be fan friendly for sure. And
you sound like you're trying to have some rounds where you know.
Yeah,
you towing that line.
It wouldn't be super fan friendly without the perfect dance partner. And I want to just thank Pitbull Cruz for being the guy that's in there with me. And I'm gonna show y'all how blessed these hands and these skills were.
Nice.
Man, he one of the happiest guys I done seen in camp. Normally cats don't be looking so.
He got seen that much weight.
Yeah, got lose so much weight. And a fight around the corner too.
It's getting a fight around the corner. It's go time. It's go time on that front. Within the last 24 months span, bro, you done went from 3 different weight classes. To me, it seems like Lamont Roach is in hunting season. Whoever has it, whoever's the biggest fight, whoever's the biggest name, you want the action. Do you think if you win this fight with Pitbull, you're going to stay at 140, or you think there's some unfinished business at 35 just because the situation with Tank, didn't go well? That you probably want some. I mean, you want to probably try to get a title at that weight and probably try to come back up, or you just trying to go after any big fight right now at any weight? Right now, like I said, you're a hunting season right now, it seems like. So what you trying to do?
It's a business. It's a business for sure.
So wherever it's at, you want it.
That's a business question. Yeah. But I do have unfinished business at 135. Right now, I think I'm honestly and truthfully supposed to be a 2-division world champion. So that's something that I want to conquer at that weight. I want to be a champion at that weight class. So, no matter what, I'm going to go back to 35. Even if it's not my next fight, I'm going to go back to 35 and challenge a title holder for a championship.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, brother, we appreciate you, man. I got a lot of respect for your game this last year, seeing how you get down at the highest level, because that's really the test, is what you do in the biggest moments. I've gained a lot more respect for you. Man, you can flat out fight. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. We're watching, and we'll catch up with you after the fight.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all for having me today, too.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the time.
Shout out to SOG and Andre Berto, man, out there doing the Lord's work, man. Big dog Willie, my guy, man. Appreciate the love, man. Salute. What's good with it, big dog? How you feeling? How you feeling, G? How you feeling? How you feeling, my guy?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Yeah, Roach did say that guy, and yeah, man. But look, that's what I like. I like what he's doing with the opportunities, man. He like he's just not crying over spilled milk, and I never thought he took that approach. It was always like, okay, this fight ain't happening. All right, that sucked, man. That's whack, X, Y, and Z. But all right, next fight up, then I got to move on, and that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? As he should. You got a real fighter in front of him, a good scrap, tough, rugged pitbull Cruz. But like I said, I think he's at a skill deficit, man. I think my Roach is just far better polished, more versatile, creative, higher IQ. I think he approaches, boxing from a more strategic place, man. I think Pitbull is just like guts and glory. He got that Mexican style. He coming forward and he letting it fly. He just trying to knock you out. He's not interested in nobody's boxing match. He's not sitting there patient all night behind the jab as he set his shots up. And I think that's where he can be taken advantage of. I think with my Roach, take advantage of him, setting shit up, being technically, fundamentally sound, just being a smarter boxer. You see how Tank beat him, right? He put Tank under some duress, but he had some moments, but he got beat convincingly. I think this fight could be similar to that, or dare I say, Rayo beat him. I thought one of the cleanest that I've seen Pitbull get beat, because Rayo boxed him, turned him all night. You know what I mean? Ran him into shots, and he was smart defensively as well in that fight against Pitbull. So I think Lamont Roach can, duplicate a lot of the things that Rayo was implementing in. Let's keep in mind that Pitbull don't look his best at 140. He already a little stocky meatball, right? He gonna look like a meatball on fight night. You know what I'm saying? Again, he just not a 40-pounder, and that's what he learned against Rayo. And remember, there was some talks about him going back down. Then he go back down, have a fight, then he coming back up. So I wonder at what point do that start to affect him as well, because he is doing some jumping up and going back down, some little weight fluctuation going on with Pitbull Cruz. So let's see if that affects him on fight night. But I think he'll be game ready, tough. But man, Lamont Roach do something that we don't expect, drop him, knock him out, something like that, stagger him, hurt him. It'll be fun, man. It'll be fun to see, man. It'll be fun to see. But I definitely got Lamont Roach winning a scrappy fight, because Pitbull don't go easy. But I think Lamont Roach has the skill set and the wherewithal to make this a fight that's not that as challenging as what some people think. You know what I mean? It's adjust, adapt, and be prepared for the pressure. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Dog. Well, we appreciate the love, homie. He said Tank Maniacs is the reason why Toe Jam exists. Facts.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Use that. Oh man. Yeah, man. It's It's up for Roach, man. It's up for Roach. I like seeing somebody come out of left field and you know, make the most out of their situation, bro. And that's exactly what Lamont Roach is doing. I root for him in a real way, man. Want to see him continue to climb, see how far he could take it. You know what I mean? I like the thought of him fighting a Subriel or somebody champion at 140 possibly, right? Or even going to 35, fighting the likes of Shakur. If Shakur fights and beats T.O. and goes back down, right? It's a lot that can happen. So there's real fights that can come out of that Tank situation. That's why it's important to stay focused and keep moving. If something don't work out, you can be frustrated, but don't lose sight of the goal, man. And that's what Lamont doing. He's staying focused. I think he's gonna make the most out of it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what he do with these opportunities, man. You know what I mean? See what it do. See Pitbull challenging hard, but Roach banging his boots in the end. Yeah, I think he'd just be smart, sharp, and just too good for him. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But one thing too that was coming out, damn, did I put it in here? Christian and Mbilli and what's his name? What's buddy name? Cash Sports, the box story, and my guy was good with it. Christian and Mbilli and Hamzah Sheeraz. Reef, what it do? Christian and Mbilli and Hamzah Sheeraz got ordered to fight for the same belt that they just stripped Bud of. So they stripped Bud of the WBC, and now they ordering Hamzah Sheeraz and Christian and Mbilli to fight for it. I hope that's a fight that we see. I hope nobody try to go in another direction. That's a good fight. Entertaining, different styles. Christian and Mbilli is a front foot heavy guy. He all gas, no brakes. He be trying to knock your head off. Hamzah Sheeraz, very technically sound, long, tall, good boxer. He can fight, man. That's a real fight to see, man. I hope we can see it. You know what I'm saying? I hope we can see it. That's why I say I ain't tripping on Bud being stripped. He ain't even tripping. I ain't about to trip for him, man. It's on to the next. You get to the next set of business. You know what I mean? Get to the next order of business, bro. Let them keep their belt and let some youngins fight for the Christian and Mbilli's and Hamzah Sheeraz's of the world. Yeah, Lester wanted that smoke. They said Christian and Mbilli was going in another direction. So it's crazy. How you beat Berlanga and get a title shot? Cuz Poi you gotta think about it. He ranked relatively high, I believe. I don't know exactly where. And think about it. It's because of Crawford being stripped, provided that opportunity for the next guy. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just beating Berlanga, right? He they take into account all his wins, I would think. And I don't know off top, but I'm pretty sure he ranks somewhere high. So that probably would justify the title shot. You know what I'm saying? Mbilli Sheeraz, yeah, man. It's a really good fight. And Mbilli and Lester Martinez was a banger. Lester wanted that rematch. I was saying Mbilli wanted to go in another direction, but shit, these guys gotta. I think they say you turn down a title shot, they drop you from the rankings or something like that. So these dudes, I believe that's what it is. So I think these guys are gonna have to take this fight. They're gonna have to fight. They're gonna have to fight. They're gonna have to get in there and scrap, bro. They're gonna have to get in there and scrap. They're gonna have to. I believe they're gonna have to fight. These Turkey guys already ranked Yap high 160. Yap in the 68 high rankings. I'm telling you, make it simple for them. Make it simple, but let's see what Hamzah do, man. Let's see what he do with this opportunity, and let's see if Christian and Mbilli and them both work out a fight. It got ordered. When we know in the past, just because something get ordered doesn't mean it's happening next. So still got to wait and see if it actually comes to fruition. And lastly, before we get out of here, I'll play this. Wali Moses had did an interview. This was right before Shakur fought Zepeda, and he had said some interesting things about Devin the Dream Haney, man. So we're gonna play these clips. We're gonna wrap up. Hit the like button, sub to the channel, support the grind, and we appreciate y'all, man. Let's get to it, though. Let's hear what Wali has to
Yeah,
say.
right? So now they gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about people who said they're going to always try to stay 2 weight classes above us.
Right.
But you know that shit, Devin lost. He was out. Devin didn't even come back for the next world tournament. So, you know, that when he's trying to get... You hear it from the horse's mouth. All right. Shakur been number 1 since he was jail.
Welcome to Cars Corner, man. We got Shakur Stevenson, grandfather, Mr. Wali Moses, out here coaching these youngsters, giving back as usual, putting them to work, man. We know your grandson got a fight coming up. What you think?
July, he'll be more than ready.
Yeah. Do you think Zepeda really wanted this fight? Because he been kind of, to me, ducking Shakur for a minute. Seemed like he damn had to be made to take this fight. What you think?
Well, you know, for the money, I don't know why you got to make him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's lucrative enough, you know.
Right.
As well as the opportunity that was done to take the best fighters in the world. Why not take that?
Yes, sir.
That's why we going.
Yeah. But everybody ain't down to be great. Like I say, you know, Shakur been willing and ready to fight any and everybody anytime. You know what I'm saying? So people always talking about they send them contracts.
Right.
But then I don't know if it's a low ball contract or what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
none of that stuff that you
yeah.
hear. And then sometimes we walk out the door. Breaking news 3 minutes ago.
And you don't even know nothing about it.
Yeah, so you don't know that stuff. You hear it from the horse's mouth. All right. Shakur been number 1 since he was a J.O. Number 1. Devin was never number 1. Tank he been number 1 ever since he's immediate. They never was number 1. Okay. Right. He been never number 1 ever since he's a senior. They never been number 1. So when I'm talking about they're the best fighters in the world, they know they have it because the Joey Gonzalez's and Ryan Garcia's and all of them beat both of them, beat them all. So, you know, those guys, you know, are what we call, not saying that we on a higher level, but we proved ourselves. It's like there's 195 countries in the world, right?
Yes.
And the top 60 of them get invited to the world championships, right? So you got 600 fighters in everybody's weight class, right? So now, Shakur done won 2 of them, you know what I'm saying? Well, these didn't never lost a round. So a lot of them guys never even qualified to get there. So I think Devin was with me and won. Second day, Devin lost. Right? So now they gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about people who said they're going to always try to stay 2 weight classes above us. Right. But you know, that's it. The person who said it know who said it. I'm going to kick it back in and whatnot.
Right.
But we know the deal. You know,
yes, sir.
Quote unquote, everybody and his weight class, and everybody that's out there now.
Yes,
we used to box Tank all the time we were together. We fought Ryan. It's only one motherfucker we ain't fought.
What's that?
That's Devin.
And I don't think Devin won't none. Devin look shell shot right now.
Everybody, look. Shakur went up from weight class to weight class. Why they dance around his weight class?
Right. Got to be something said about that.
You want to be the best, beat the best.
Already.
Don't say you the best if you haven't beat the best.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Mr. Wali, for your time, man. Once again, I am CL from Cars Corner, man. Like and subscribe, Cars Corner.
Devin lost. He was out. Devin didn't even come back for the next world tournament. So, you know, that when it's trying to get hot, a lot of them, get out the fire. Right. You know what I'm saying?
For everybody that don't know when Shakur fight coming up, let everybody know when the fight coming up so they can tune in.
Should be, what's July 7th? I think it's July.
So like I told y'all, this was right before there's the Zepeda fight, so it's not too old, right? But he was talking about basically how Shakur was just one of the most proven #1 amateur, right? He was winning these tournaments, fighting all over the world, different countries and all of that. So a lot of these guys didn't even qualify. He also said not to try to say that they not on the level, but at the same time, it's pretty much what he's saying. He's, you know, Shakur is proving it. And he's doing the same thing as a professional. You know what I'm saying? He said he had Devin there. Second day, he lost and then never came back. And they went over to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? That's why they went over to Mexico and different things like that. He also said they pretty much agreed and said that they would stay 2 weight classes away. And if you pay attention to right now, how you know this is factual to a degree, because where is Shakur at officially? He's 35, man. This is a one-off, right, with T.O., but where was Devin at 47, 35? It's 2 weight classes, right? You know what I'm saying? So Devin was up 35. Shakur was where? 26. 2 weight classes, right? So, like he said, when it get hot, people ready to go. You know what I mean? Gotta get out the kitchen, and we all seen the footage from Bill. You heard him say it. It's pretty much that verbatim out of his mouth. It get hot, and ninjas is moving like they moving now. We ready to go to 40, brother. Like this is exactly what he said. So, they could call it what they want. I know the Haney's clan ain't happy to hear that what Wali Moses is saying, but like you said, he respected the teams and he know them. He know the family and all that. But he obviously believe in his grandson the same way Bill believe in Devin. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be an amazing fight if it ever happened. But I felt like it's pretty convenient. It's funny how that conversation sprung back up when Devin got to 47 and they 2 weight classes away again doing this, won't you fight Devin Haney shit. So first things first, man. Devin Haney, enjoy your win. Shakur, train your ass off, work your ass off, acclimate to 140, go beat Teo up, take his hardware, and make your next move your best move. You did? But that's my time for today, man. I appreciate everybody in the building. Much love, much appreciation. Shout out to Kumar Prescod. Y'all go check out the youngin', man. He fight December 6th as well. He fight this weekend as well. I'm going to make a post so y'all can see where the fight is going to be at. And y'all can go watch and support the youngin'. Like I said, go follow him on the social medias, man. Shout out to my guy Najee from Cigar Talk. You know, man, appreciate it. And y'all already know how we do. We're going to keep building how we always do, man. So we just finished giving boxing this just due. With that, enjoy the rest of this good Wednesday. And I'll see all of y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Representing Brick City, Shakur!
Finding those levels, too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're gonna give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just